And for, I believe, the third time now this morning, welcome back again. We are finally going to get started. Hopefully, no more, fingers crossed, no more technical difficulties. We had some stuff get kick-started with some issues, but now op bands should be in there. Everything should be worked out, aside from Derp hoping that they can play hostage, it appears.
Feel free to blame Moro. Thank you. I appreciate that.
But it looks like everybody is in much quicker this time, so we are ready to go. Should be getting started any moment now as soon as the maps are selected correctly, seeing as we're on.
Yeah, make sure you change the map to border, and then we will be good to go. Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
That would have been
a
tragic rehost.
That would have been immediately right back into the, hey guys, enjoy
welcome
this.
Welcome back for the fourth time today.
Welcome back for the fourth time today.
In 30 minutes.
Yep. I know we were supposed to get started at noon. Like I said, some minor technical issues came up. We tried to get here early to prepare, but apparently not early enough. So everything should be good to roll for most of the rest of the day. I know we still have Overwatch ahead of us, Valorant,
of course,
Rocket League as well, I believe. So get comfortable, stick around. We're going to be here for a while.
It's going to be exciting.
We're headed in now for operator ban phase. Wow, I've never seen this part on stream before.
I know.
It's weird how that works.
I mean, when you have the right settings, and it just like happens to work.
It just happens. So Kettering is going to have the first ban, and their attacker ban is going to actually end up being. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what is really a meta ban.
We may see an Osa. Maybe
That's an interesting.
Maybe like a BM right there. They're just thinking.
And
all that fuzz just to not ban.
And Trine now. Like we said, a little bit of back and forth. I know R6 kind of has one of those. It's got one of those stigmas around it that it's one of the more toxic games sometimes. But
we see
Trine
a
is
Ying
going to ban Ying. That's an annoying flashbang, I will say. Getting hit with a Ying flash is pretty obnoxious. So definitely a reasonable ban. I wonder if we're going to see what we're going to see from Trine on defense. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with.
Likely, being border, we'll see a Mira ban coming out. It's pretty typical, especially even in like the higher leagues. They're gonna ban a zombie. That's another standard ban for Pro League. Generally, it's Flores, Osa. I'm surprised Kettering did not ban. I can't remember the operator name either. On attack, there's a ban that they banned last night, and they're just not banning today. They're going into this game and not banning anyone, thinking that.
There's a lot of confidence behind that.
Yeah, definitely.
You have to be, that's just a lot more opportunities you have to prepare for by not banning anything. And so because of that, we're actually going to see Trine is going to load in. They're going to go with Ashe, Amaru. There's that Amaru you were talking about.
Yeah, and they're actually going to take advantage of the Mira.
Mira is very strong. So I can definitely see why that would be somebody they would want to keep in. Alibi, Mozzie, Cade, and Jaeger to join the Mira for Kettering.
Starting Armory Locker is pretty standard. This map is, unlike most maps, this map is played in rank the same it is in competitive play.
Right, so right now we're going to see a lot of defenders are just going to be setting up on the base, setting up on their fortify for their bombs, protect the sites as best they can, and outside of that, we're going to see Trine see what they can do with their drones, see if they can get any intel, figure out. They know where the bombs. There's only so many options for where they can be set up, but figure out which site they're at, and then see if they can get anything else to prepare them. Maybe especially with that Jaeger setup, maybe keep an eye out for where those could be on at entry points.
Yeah, of course. And you see the Kaid putting his claw below, so hopefully they don't find it and get it out with a Twitch drone, nades, whatever they're going to use.
Yeah,
EMPs.
Something that's a little newer, I know, to R6 is the capability for attackers to switch their operators. That I assume is still in Pro League as well.
Yep, yeah, that's still a thing. So, I mean, as you saw, there was a couple switch-offs for this round, and likely a lot of teams, they will select their operators for the round, assuming the objective, and then when the objective is in a different spot, they'll all switch to
what they see
strat.
Fit. Right. Aruni is one of those really cool ones that you get some unique strategies here from the teams because of that claw, that that grapple in to the point. That is one of the strategies my friends like to run on this map, personally, when I watch them play. So right away, we're going to see a break on one of the barriers, and no one's going to go down from it.
Bucka going to be holding down here in security, but not able to find anyone yet. You do see Amplify up in CCTV, holding pretty strong in that position. They're all trying to, as you can see, they're all facing CCTV right now. They're trying to push Amplify out. Oh, and there it is.
There it is. Illusion going to get brought down by Kyrios. First blood of the grand finals as Kyrios is going to find himself a second. Prismo is going to go down. Kyrios is going to get shut down by Derp. Derp's going to find himself another. Squirrely will go down. Bucka is going to bring down Zx with the Nitro. Derp's going to find 2 more to clean it up. And looks like Kettering is going to bring home the first one. Oh, no. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was Kettering.
Yes, Kettering. Sorry.
That
Still,
was
the name's a little familiar. But, yes, Kettering's going to bring home the first round. There was a lot that happened there. It all unfolded very quickly. Went from essentially everybody just keeping an eye on things to, I mean, basically both teams fell apart in an instant. So, and that is how R6 tends to go. Once you get the fight started, everybody's going to kind of collapse on what the calls are and where everybody is. So,
yeah,
you'll see those plays happen. That's a pick I'm intrigued. I was hoping to see today is some Caveira.
Oh. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised about that. Bucka on the Cav most likely going to sit detention for, them just breaching in and just not droning it out. It does seem that today, at least, is a gun meta. It's not really utility meta as we've seen in the past. It's, all just about getting in the site and then just fragging.
Right. And Caveira, a very unique pick, especially because of the, Caveira could be very good at utilizing the lack of knowledge that your enemy may have, but in the situation that you're playing in this level of play, I find Caveira to be one of those ones I would imagine doesn't get that much use because of everybody knows the maps, they know the places that people are going to play. So having Caveira on your team could almost seem like a liability if it turns out to be it. But like you said, Bucka's somebody to keep an eye on today as a skilled player. So yeah, could be almost like a cheese.
Yeah, I mean, as you see right now, he is, just setting up rotates for himself so he can move around the top floor, effectively.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm sure he's going to be doing a pretty wide map roam, and he's going to just try to find a pick just from, lack of droning or, as kind of what they did last round. They did very limited droning, Trine did, and then kind of just bombarded on the site once the Amaru went in.
Squirrely, going to take a lot of damage right out the gates there, but we're going to see an early peek. It's going to bring down Amplify. They're going to find the trade, and Squirrely gets to walk away. Just injured. As Sledge is going to get downed and finished off by Bucka. There's going to be that value, that roaming lack of intel that they had gives Bucka that first kill for Kettering. Dukabi, another personal favorite operator of mine. So interesting to see her utilized as well, as we're going to see Amplify is currently bouncing between the cameras, trying to give his team any intel that he can. As Prismo is going to bring down Kyrios, it's going to be another one for Kettering. Kettering's now going to be in a 3v4, but it's rapidly going to turn to a 3v3 as Illusion's going to get brought down by Squirrely. Some shots being traded there. Bucka's going to bring down Check. It's another one for Bucka. We weren't sure about this pick. I definitely thought it was unique, almost off meta, but they're going to take advantage of his pistol and rotations here as he finds 2.
Yeah, Bucka and Derp going to be holding this crossfire. So Derp's kind of holding the door. Bucka's playing above, going to be looking for the pick.
Yeah, Bucka and Prismo getting in fights earlier, both not very healthy. As they're going to bring down another. Squirrely's going to go down. And that is going to be the trade. Derp is going to finally go down to Zeox, but Bucka and Prismo left both at about half health, and Zeox not feeling great after that fight. A little under half health as well. So you're going to see him try and rotate in now. Got to get that bomb planted. If there's any hope at getting the round 1, I think. And there's the spray. It's not quite going to find the head of Prismo. Actually, I believe that is Bucka.
Yeah, that is
yep, that is Caveira. So
unfortunately, this timing might get him killed.
Yeah, he's
doesn't
trying
have
to make the
any
rotation.
information.
Doesn't know that they're there, and Bucka is waiting. Bucka found 3. We were a little surprised to see the Caveira pick, and sure enough, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, that was definitely a great round for Bucka. I mean, especially with Trine just not doing enough droning. They're just kind of getting into sight, and they don't get too far because they just don't drone.
Now that's one I'm excited to see as well. Vigil. Being Virgil online, I often get the reference of, oh, you must be an R6 player.
Yeah.
I'm not an avid R6. I play R6, but I'm not an avid.
How do you
name
feel
myself after?
How do you feel about the Clash pick for Kettering?
I have many nightmare stories about people playing Clash. Vice versa, I have many humorous stories of my friends playing Clash. So it seems like Kettering, a little confident, not picking any bans now that they have their full A roster in, as well as now picking some picks that are, a little more
Unorthodox.
Unorthodox, unique picks here. Seeing Caviera, and I know Clash is not often picked with the reality of Clash can be obnoxious.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, but to be fair, we've seen a lot of weird picks in Bandwidth Bowl, and I think that's mainly just because they're coming into it, playing it as what it is. It's a for fun tournament, and they have very competitive playoff games that they've been doing. So
right. So this is a fun opportunity to, blow off some steam, have a good time, playing things that they may want to get to play more often. In like 10-mans or some equivalent. And actually, we saw an interesting swap there. I saw Kyrios making the change off of Dukavi, and we're on Habana now as well.
And Derp going to find the first pick onto Schlaxen.
Yeah, Schlaxen is going to go down right away, and that's a good start for Kettering, as nobody even lost any health in that exchange either, so no real intel on where they could be now, aside from where he initially peaked. So Derp going to fortify that wall and rotate out as Amplify gets brought down by Kyrios.
So, did you see what just happened there?
I didn't.
So Amplify, which is a defender, just died to a Capcan trap. And that is because they have the new op.
They have the new op, yes.
That can hack.
Right, essentially functioning like, now I'm forgetting the operator's name, but can take over the operator abilities. I thought that, and I was confused because I thought that was a Capcan trap, but I didn't remember that's what the new operator did. That is that's going to happen there, and Bucka is going to bring down one. He's going to find himself another. Chex is going to fall. Kyrios will go down as well, and Bucka is taking advantage of the buck shot from that shotgun as he brings down two, looking for a third now as he rotates around. Squirrely's going to find Derp in the process. Setting himself up for a rotation here as he grabs his sidearm.
Squirrely does know Bucka's there. Going to be trying to get the pick on him.
Yep, they're looking, but they don't know exactly where. Again, they don't. Nearby, but
they don't have enough intel. They don't have drones in there.
Right, those drones are not set up where they need to be for Trine, and now Ash rotating around there, maybe trying to set up a bait to get Bucka to go somewhere else. Not quite working, as Bucka now has to be very careful. We're gonna see Squirrely slowly getting into the locations that Bucka will be able to see them. We're gonna see Clash. Gonna catch eyes on Zeox. Zeox is gonna take a couple shots there at Illusion, but not gonna find any real value there, as there is a shield preventing anything.
40 seconds left for Trine. They need to make a push. They are down in health and down in players, so they're going to be trying to clear out Bucka without droning, without any intel on it, and then he's already off. He dropped.
Right, dropped out, moved to a different position, and Kettering's in a pretty comfortable 3v2 here. Bucka found 2 picks for them early, and they were able to really take advantage of that after Schlaxen got brought down right off the bat by Derp. So we're going to see some more shots fired there, and it's going to be some...
and Bucka gets it. That's another for Bucka.
Bucka's going to find another one, as Prismo also brings down Zeox at the last second. So both going down for Trine there. Not going to find it. What a shot. What an angle. Just barely able to see them, and not really giving them an opportunity to shoot, because you can see as soon as they fall, the shooting becomes very difficult to... the animation can be difficult to interrupt like that. So not giving them an opportunity to shoot you before you can shoot them, and taking advantage of that drop-down vulnerability. So headed into the next round, we're going to see these are some more traditional picks, I believe.
Yeah, especially on the defender, very traditional picks. We do have the Brava again coming out for Trine. That got him a pretty value,
got them a pretty early pick.
And I mean, did you see Kettering's reaction to it?
Right.
Chat exploded. They were freaking out about that, because that's a new operator. It's brand new. Not many people have.
That while they know the rotations, they know all these These players know all these new things that have been in the game for these old things that have been in the game for ages. The rotations, the places people like to sit, the best plant sites, the best sight lines. But the one thing you can't account for as an old player is the new tactics, the new things that come with a new operator. And I think Brava brings that to the table. You know, some of the other operators that came out recently were hopefully going to be game-changing, but didn't quite work out the way I think Ubisoft wanted it to. Like Sins, they were hoping that Sins was going to help bring back some more smokescreen-like play, where Glaz and Warden would get some more use, but unfortunately it just didn't work out the way they were hoping, and the same thing happened with the Hive ability that we got as well. Just doesn't, as fun as that ability is, and when you can use it, it does feel fun. It doesn't feel all that viable.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of just using this Mira for intel, not really any way to peek this Mira, so they won't probably get any kills with it, but...
Right, but we saw last time, as soon as Mira saw somebody, they were able to ping them, get that eye on them early, and they knew where they were going to be coming from on that first round. And so right now, Prismo, able to get eyes, knows somebody's there now.
Derp going to be holding CCTV with that Super 90, one of the most powerful shotguns in the game.
I mean, it packs a punch, and the name definitely holds up to it. Super 90 sounds like it would not be pleasant. And, I mean, I can imagine that would be unpleasant. So keeping an eye here. Amplify going to take a couple shots, not quite going to find anything, but just spraying fire in the meantime, covering fire for the team, see what they can do, but no real value as Schlaxen will get the first one this time. Bucka is going to go down right away, and unfortunately, that's a little inhibiting for Kettering, as we've seen a lot of their fights are won by Bucka getting 2-3 kills. It's 7-1 right now, so first death for Bucka this game.
Yeah, and I mean, as we can see, definitely Trine is switching up their strategy. They're going for more of a backside push instead of, you know, the typical wall, and I think that's mainly because, you know, there's two mirrors facing the front. Right. They don't want to push into that. There's so much utility on the front and very limited on the back. So it looks like they're all setting up for a backside take currently, all five.
Can't go over it. Can't go around it. Got to go through it.
Exactly. We do see Brava coming in, trying to hack some stuff. She does have that camera hacked, which is a lot of intel for Trine.
Yeah, that's you know, that almost feels. It's interesting because, you know, when I think of that ability to take over cameras, initially I think of DeKB and the capability to hack the phones afterwards. But Brava, yeah, able to take advantage of that to the fullest extent, really. As we're going to see.
Illusion coming for a flank here.
Illusion coming up, and it looks like they don't even know.
They do have a Claymore, but he might be able to sneak around it.
It's covering a pretty wide angle, but it may not be enough, as Squirrely's going to bring down Amplify. Schlaxen will go down to Illusion. The flank there working out in the favor of Trine, but... I'm sorry, in the favor of Kettering, but this is the first time we've really seen Trine up in operators still standing.
Yeah, and I mean, after that first pick by Illusion, though, they have no idea where he went. They only have 10 seconds left to commit to sight, and they still don't know where Illusion went.
Illusion is going to bring down Check. Squirrely's going to fall to Derp, and all of a sudden it falls out from underneath Trine's fingertips. What was an advantage for them? Not quite one yet, but we're going to see Zeox is going to be planting the diffuser, and it looks like he's going to get it down, and they do. Derp is going to bring down Kyrios and find Zeox afterwards. A couple shots to the body after the kill. I mean, at that point, all they were waiting for is somebody to walk up and knife him while he was defusing.
Yeah.
But another round going to go into the hands of Kettering. Derp making fun of the Super 90. Sniper 90.
Yeah.
Very powerful shotgun, as you said. And here we are, Kettering, still on defense now.
We'll see Bucka bringing out the Caviera again.
That's exciting. I enjoy Caviera is just an all-around, I think, fun to play, fun to watch. The potential behind that silent footstep, as well as just the kill potential for sneaking around like that is. You know, you take somebody who knows the map, knows the rotations, knows what they can set up best, and they can utilize it however they'd like. And Caviera gets some really heavy use out of that because, you know, you can set up whatever rotations you want. You're going to be somewhere no one else is going to care about the mobility aside from you. So you can set up whatever you want, and the other team has no idea how that could be that specific round. And right now we see Bucka doing that same thing. using that shotgun to break open the walls, find some rotations for themselves.
And I mean, as you can see, it's, you know, Kettering must be confident going into this because they have very limited utility on the board. Yeah, they have 2 shields and then 1 C4 and then the Miras. But besides that, they have no nade denial. They have no, you know, plant denial. They have very limited utility on the board.
Yeah, and Amplify there is going to put down Frost Mat, and we're going to see the other one go down. Frost Mats are one of the most infuriating abilities in the game.
Oh, yeah.
You go to enter any door, and all of a sudden, oh, well, have fun. You're sitting on the floor now. You're no longer in this match, and it's pretty infuriating to get hit by one, but hopefully they'll be able to dodge that one on the way in.
So again, we're going to see a pretty big emphasis on the upstairs hold. Bucka going to be running out of CCTV as Derp finds a pick onto Squirrely holding Armory Hall. He does have a shield here. They're going to try to hold this for as long as possible so the Trine cannot get access to the hatches above.
Prismo is going to bring down Schlaxton as well. It's 2 picks already for Kettering. As Derp is going to take some damage there, and Check will find the return fire for Trine. Derp is going to go down, and Check is going to put himself on the board for this round. Yeah, and as you said earlier, Bucka, somebody to watch in these games, as I said a moment ago, really do performing well. You know, Derp 9-3, Bucka 7-1, putting the numbers up for the team.
Yeah, I mean, as I said going into this, Derp and Bucka, definitely the 2 figures to watch out for. They, you know, play really well together, and they play off of each other's intel. So they definitely are the top frags for Kettering, and have always proven that. As
Check is going to get in a fight there, almost gets the pick on Illusion, but couldn't quite find the final blow. And they're both walking around very low here. As Illusion's going to finally find it, Check is going to go down.
Bucka is downed currently.
Yeah, Bucka is...
He is downed with Cryos, and then Zeox is going to finish it off.
Yeah, Zeox is going to find that final blow, bring down Bucka, and Kettering in a 3v1, but Illusion one tap to basically anything as Kyrios is going to go down. That totally puts Kettering in a different position than they were moments ago. The Nitro Cell going to find that last little bit of health Kyrios had and finish them off. And here we see Zeox lining up. They're just barely dodging each other back and forth. Zeox waiting for that rotate, keeping an eye on the door frame. Maybe didn't even notice that they were inside that. Yep, now aware as Amplify is going to bring down Zeox from elsewhere. That's going to be the last one. It's another round going to Kettering. Round 6 now. We're going to see the rotate here in a moment. This is the last round, I believe, before they'll change sides.
Yep.
So Kettering 5-0 headed into this 6th round. Last round before halftime. And I wonder what we're going to see. Warden. Wow, as I just spoke bad about Warden's name not getting much play lately, Bucka finding another very unique pick with Warden.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Warden, he's been in meta pretty recently, and a lot of the times he's in meta. Tachanka, there's someone that they're playing recently. He's kind of new into meta. He has, you know, that plant denial, and then he also has a 2-point times sight on his gun now.
Gotcha.
Which makes him a lot more viable, but still not, in my opinion, a replacement for, like, smoke for plant denial.
Right.
He doesn't have the ability to make rotates and such, so.
Yeah, Tachanka, definitely I know a favorite operator among a lot of people as well. Has some fun abilities to utilize, so can't say I'm disappointed to see Tachanka here with that fire grenade. And right now we're looking at Bucka. And, once again, setting up these rotations and these sight lines for himself. Earlier we saw on the Caviera had these floors blown out like that and was able to find 2 picks for Kettering.
Yeah, and I mean, Kettering coming into this, losing the first match against Trine, likely because they had, you know, a lot of their players down. This must feel good going 5-0 so far into the first half of their first game.
And Illusion taking control of a drone there on Mozzie. Now going to utilize it, put it in the spot, and Trine now has it against them. So 5v5 still, no early peaks quite yet. Trine finally getting some utilization out of these drones. as a couple of them are going to get taken out, and they're going to get settled into pushing on towards this point. So right now we're Derp on the Tachanka using this location that Bucka cleared out. DeKB going to hack the phones there. It's going to be the logic bomb coming out, and yep, Kettering is going to clear most of those out. And
I mean, we're already a minute into the round, and you know, Trine is yet to even enter the building.
Right.
So
Kettering not being I mean, they're on defense. They're going to do the best they can. There's no reason to get aggressive with this composition they have. They've got frost mats. They've got Tachanka. They're waiting for Trine to make use of getting into the site and planting. But in the meantime, Kettering is just going to wait around. They're going to take advantage of the patience that they so have. As Squirrely is going to find the first blood of the round, Bucka's going to go down.
yeah, and that's a huge pick. They lost now all upper site control. They don't have, you know, all those holes that Bucka made at the start.
Right.
They are now going to work in Trine's favor.
Yeah, Trine able to utilize that high ground as well as those disgusting sight lines that Bucka was creating. Now plays into Trine's favor, as you said. So right now we're seeing Squirrely setting himself up for a push. They're going to go in looking for another, using, like we said, using these high ground locations. We're going to see that the Tachanka firebomb is going to come out, denies that push point for Squirrely, as Squirrely's going to get brought down by Illusion. And in the process, Illusion's going to go down as well. Czech going to find the trade for his team. It's a 4v3 now. Trine up 1 headed into this fight. They've got 38 seconds in a moment. They've got to start looking for a plant soon. Not too much time left here. Still clearing out the floor, as we're going to find another fight's going to break out. Schlaxen's going to bring down Amplify. It's going to go in the favor of Trine again. Derp will fall. Kyrios will bring him down, and that's going to be a 4v1 now. Prismo, last one standing for Kettering. Going to put up a fight, can't quite find it. Czech is going to bring him down, clean up the round, and that's the first round we're going to see go to Trine.
Yeah, I mean, that was a lovely round by Trine. They did a perfect execute. They got top control and then did just top down.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, well done as well. You know, once they got that first pick, as you said, a huge pick for Trine to get right out the gates, giving them that utilization to push them from the advantageous positions. So we're now swapped sides. Kettering will be pushing, and Trine will be defending. Wow, apparently as I spoke bad about Glaz and Warden, both of them, you know, I should say something bad about Echo if I want to see Echo as well, right? You know,
yeah, no, definitely. That's how that works.
That seems to be the pattern here. So we do get to see some Glaz. Glaz is my go-to. I like DMRs and sniper rifles, and so when I told my friends that when I first started playing the game, they introduced me to Glaz, who at the time was not very good, but regardless, you know, it was my weapon of choice, so I was able to utilize that with that thermal sight, take advantage of that. And so Glaz, probably my most played operator in the game.
Yeah. I mean, he's a solid op. He has frag grenades now. He has the Gone 6 secondary, so he definitely has a lot more potential than he used to, especially still with that thermal sight. But, I mean, coming in for this meta, it does look like it's more of like a rush meta. They do have a hard breach, but a lot of their operators are set for like more of a, like a speed rush meta. As you can see, Glaz has frags, not smoke, so he's not going to be holding angles. He's going to be using those frags to get kills and just throw them into sight and try to get as much damage as possible.
Right, as we see some shots being taken by Amplify right now. Not quite finding anything, but just some
Glaz. Glaz going to be way out in East Spawn, just shooting into sight from East Spawn.
With the frag, you know, and the frag grenades for entering sight. So rush, as a rush comp goes, Glaz not really doing much of the rushing, but Zeox took a little bit of damage in early peak. Yeah, you're right. Amplify playing way out in the middle of nowhere. But that's a solid angle, you know. When I hold that with my friends, I hold it from that staircase. So I have to say that I'll have to bear this in mind next time I'm covering that staircase.
Yeah, so we do have a little bit of damage on Zeox, who appears to just be on site.
Yeah, finally taking some push there. We're going to see Amplify moving towards the actual building. Going to get inside. Schlaxen going to bring down Derp. First blood of the round is going to go to Schlaxen with a Nitro Cell. Ooh, heard the footsteps, sprays through the floor, couldn't quite find anything. We're going to see Amplify here. There's that frag grenade you were talking about. Throws it in there. It's going to find damage. Check is going to get lit up, but Check is going to bring down Bucka. Prismo will find the trade on Check as he falls as well. Zeox will bring down Prismo. Illusion will fall to Schlaxen, and now Kettering's in a 1v4. Amplify, all that time spent in spawn, has left him alone to fight a 1v4 now. But he's happy to try. Brings down Kyrios. First fight he's going to take. Looking for another. He's got to hold this angle carefully. Oryx going to use the dash. Makes it across, but takes a shot in the process. Squirrely, a little over half health here. Zeox, pretty healthy as well as Schlaxen. Still at full health, and Amplify, a little under half health and a little over under full health and a dream. Going to push in with the pistol here. Carefully make his way up the stairs. 42 seconds. Does not have the diffuser on him.
Yeah, he's going to be looking for just any kind of, overextension that he can get here if they are going to be out of position. But no, they're all going to be bunkered in sight, just holding all the entryways, not giving him anything.
Yeah, it looks like they were waiting for him to push up that location. And sure enough, as soon as he does, Squirrely took advantage of that. Especially caught him with the pistol out. Brings him down, and that's another round in the favor of Trine. We saw a 5-0 sweep off the bat from Kettering, and Trine now turning it around, starting with 1 round on attack, and now we're going to see a little bit of a different comp here. Man, I talked bad about Since, Glaz, and Warden in 1 round, and they're picked
all here
every
now.
Round consecutively.
Yeah.
So, okay.
That's impressive, honestly.
That's a scale. If I'd gambled on that, I would have major profits.
For real.
But don't gamble, kids. It's not
We do see the Monty coming out for Illusion.
Yeah, Monty, another really fun pick. You can do some cool stuff with the capability to push behind that shield. And we're gonna see Sense and Buck as well. We're gonna see Glaz coming back out. Here's what I believe they were intending. Wow, man, I have perfectly predicted what I said wasn't good to be used in this play.
Yeah.
They predicted that Glaz would get more use out of Sense, and here we are with a Sense being picked by Derp. Amplify is now going to pick. I should
be a coach.
Really, I guess.
Just you tell them what to do, and they'll do the opposite.
Right? Yeah. Wow. But this is exciting. I am excited. This is what I try to do with my friends. As much as it's not very functional, we try to force these ridiculous things where we play Glaz with somebody like Sense and use those smoke grenades, catch somebody totally off guard. So that could be what we're seeing here. We still have the frag grenades from Glaz. Probably doesn't need smokes considering they have a Sense on their team.
Yeah, and Monty's also carrying smoke grenades for the Glaz.
Right. Goyo, somebody that's been a really fun... Wow, Derp's going to bring down Schlaxen. As I was trying to talk about Goyo, very rude of you, Derp. Not sure I appreciate that, but Goyo, since his rework, has been a lot of fun for me. As Derp, once again, going to cut me off in the middle of my sentence. And by bringing down Kyrios, finding himself two. Derp looking to find the third now. Going to push towards sight. Looking for another great placement here. Knows there's another. Finds himself a third. Knows there's one on the back side of that wall. Check's going to bring down Amplify. Squirrely will find Prismo. It's 2 in the favor of Trine now. Squirrely's going to find a double kill before he gets brought down by Bucka. And right now, Derp is looking to find this Quadra. Waiting for Monty to push that one out, and Derp's going to find 4.
Yeah,
that was just a clean, crisp push.
Limited droning, just walking straight into sight. All of their backs were turned to him. He took almost no damage.
Just able to 1, 2, 3, 4 up the line.
Yeah, putting Trine on their back feet now, not really knowing what to do. They lost bathroom tellers. That's the second best objective. That's why they're picking it. And Derp just walked into sight. Like, they didn't even have any information on him whatsoever. And he sweeped 4 of them.
Yeah, that was, well done by Derp, for sure.
Yeah.
Pushing in. And like you said earlier, could be less of the utility play and much more of the gun choice that you can get off of Since. And we see him on somebody that obviously has a gun he favors pretty handily as he brings down 4. This time we're going to see Callie. First time we've seen Callie this tournament. Or first time we've seen Callie today. Callie's a personal favorite of mine as well. A couple of my favorites getting picked today. This is exciting. I was not sure I would get to see them because I know how unfavorable they can be. But getting to see Amplify on Cali here is
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, I feel like Amplify is just playing like sniper rifles. I think it's less of like a meta choice, more of just like
I like sniper rifles.
yeah, right.
Which is the same reason I play a lot of those characters, so I can't totally fault that decision. But you know, coming into this, Trine, like you said, sweeping through the winners bracket, bringing down Kettering yesterday. But the thing about Kettering doing so is that they had 2 people not on their A team, so they had a unfilled roster as well as some chemistry brought down from the team there. So
yeah,
the opportunity now to have their full A team in, as Schlaxen is going to get left very low.
1 HP from that Cali.
Yeah. Not feeling great after that one.
We do see Derp switching off the Sense this round, going on to the Fuse. Likely going to try to take a buff control and fuse all of sight.
Amplify once again holding this very far back angle. Just keeping an eye on that corner from back on stairs. Derp launching the cluster.
Interesting Fuse.
Won't find anything. Fuse, another personal favorite of mine. There's about 5 or 6 of them, and I've gotten to see everyone but one played so far. So,
well, say it.
Great start. Great start for me. Yeah, now if I just say I want to see Echo, then it means that I'll definitely not get to see Echo the rest of the day, as Derp is going to get knocked down, finished off by Zeox. It's going to be first blood, as Illusion also gets knocked down. Schlaxen almost the first blood, but Kyrios is going to find one as well.
Puts Kettering in a 5v3 situation. Schlax is at 1 HP, so he could be killed soon. Bucka finding a kill on Zeox.
5v3 turning rapidly into a 4v3, and now it's a 4v2 as Bucka's going to go down to check. Amplify taking some damage, as will Prisma. Prisma's going to fall. Schlaxen's going to bring him down. And Amplify in a tough spot here. Once again, left in a 1v4. And, you know, if I thought it was going to be difficult on Glaz, I can't say how difficult it would probably be on Cali.
Yeah, no, I pretty confident to say that this round is wrapped up. I mean, there's always hope, but, you know.
And the whole team is watching him right now. You can see it on the side.
Yeah,
everybody's watching
there's
him.
0 drones. Everyone is...
Squirrely's going to bring him down in the 1 peak, and that's going to be another round going to Trine. So what was at one point a sweep of the rounds, 5-0, is now turned into a 6-3.
Yeah.
Definitely still could be anyone's game by all means.
The concerning part is that going into that first half being 5-0, you know, this is Trine's map, so this is their pick.
Right. This is what they're comfortable on, and Kettering not only not banning anything, also picking some, as we've said,
interesting
unique operator choices. So combined, we have the fact of no operator bans, unique choices, and Trine's map pool. If anybody's going to turn it around, Trine is in pretty good hands to do so.
Yeah. Certainly. I mean, we've seen yesterday, we saw Trine, you know, it was still a pretty close game, but they did end up beating Kettering, and it wasn't on one of Trine's maps. So, I mean, there is potential for Trine to get a comeback here, and, I mean, they need 3 rounds right now, so let's see if they can do it. They are in the upstairs armory again.
This may be of my own fault. I've just now read the name fully and said it to myself out loud. It says Checkers. I thought it was Check RS, and then I read it out loud to myself.
What were you saying? What have you been saying?
I've just been saying Check, but
Check.
The whole
Yeah,
username is Checkers.
Yeah.
Which I've just now pieced together.
Yeah, yeah.
A little slow on the take there, but
I'm glad you've been saying all their names, because I have no idea.
Yeah, it took me a second to get Zeox right. Once in a while, we get a couple names that throw me for a loop, but Kettering making it pretty simple for me. Derp, Bucka, Amplify, Illusion. Lots of very close to real words I can find in the dictionary, as opposed to Zeox. I guess it's just Xerox without the R. As we're going to see Schlaxen once again on the Solus.
See, now Kettering bringing the Brava, trying to get some...
We're going to see a peek here from Squirrely. Going to revive themselves on Doc now.
Yeah, Squirrely going to be full HP now after that. Although he is down a Doc stim.
Right. So we're going to see spraying in there from Bucka. Not quite going to find anything. Once again, we see somebody on the new op getting to take advantage, hopefully, of that unique ability to take over gadgets. And once again, Squirrely taking some aggressive plays is going to get lit up. And going to use another dock stem to stay in the fight. And finally, Illusion's had enough of it. Is there a doctor in the house? Not anymore. Squirrely is brought down for the third time now. And we're going to see a 4v5 now from Kettering. Kettering with the advantage.
Yeah, Kettering going to be looking to wrap this map up as they walk into sight. And Zeox takes out the pick onto Illusion.
Zeox will bring down Illusion, and that's going to set it to a 4v4. Now it's an even fight, but Zeox missing a little bit of health after that trade, and is going to fall to Amplify. Now it's a 4v3. Amplify had enough of the sniper rifles. Is back on somebody a little more aggressive, not playing back anymore, not taking 1v4s anymore, as Schlaxon will bring down Dirt, but Amplify will find another. Curios will fall. That's 2 kills now, as Bucka's going to fall to Schlaxon. Amplify knows somebody's nearby, has brought down his teammate. Got to be careful. Schlaxon not feeling too great. Neither is Amplify after those fights. It's a 2v2 now as Amplify is going to get knocked down. The Diffuser also going down with Amplify. We're going to see Prismo is going to enter. He's going to bring down Checkers. He's going to try and res Amplify, and they will get Amplify up. So actually, there is still a doctor in the house, apparently.
Yeah.
Prismo planting the Diffuser right now. They've got to be really careful what Schlaxon decides to do. A 1v2 here. Amplify still pretty low after that res. Hoping that Kettering, hoping they can finish the round off here. They just need to get this Diffuser protected long enough for it to go off. They've got 30 seconds now for Schlaxon to find a play here. Has yet to find anything finalized, but not sure where they're playing. There's so many different angles they could be playing from, as we're going to see a flashbang come out. Prismo is going to make it very difficult to do anything as Schlaxon.
And with only 10 seconds on the clock, that is game.
That is the round. And it goes Amplify, finishing off Schlaxon there at the last second. And Kettering is going to take the first map, Trine's map, away from them.
Yeah, I mean, going into Sky, that definitely puts Trine on their back feet. You know, Sky is one of Kettering's better maps, and that's something that they're going to excel at. They're going to likely try to get this tournament over with. You know, they want to wrap it up pretty fast. So we'll probably see map bans, operator bans, and then it is their better map. So
it could be a swift. Don't want to say anything too soon, but it could be a much swifter round.
Yeah.
With less playing around, and more, bring it home, boys, kind of mentality.
Yeah, of course.
Kettering, but very good job from both Kettering and Trine. Trine putting up a pretty good fight on that map, but like you said earlier, in this situation, Kettering being the favor, even though they lost the first time, Kettering being the favorite now that they have that full roster back in. Trine showing that they're still here to play, taking a couple rounds off of them, but not quite going to finish it off. And next, we're going to be headed to Skyscraper is our next map, as that was the choice from Kettering. We are going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a minute. Get comfortable. We still got a whole nother map to go. We'll be right back. Words to describe what is going on right now with Gates.
Check this man's PC!
Cooking them alive. He's unstoppable.
It's a clinic!
He's 13-0. I haven't seen anything like this since I've started watching COD. This is insane.
Gates, PhD, and absolutely fragging.
They can really be making something out of this. They did really get it. Sky's forcing out the annihilation and the beat as well.
They
Tech.
turned the.
Sky
Oh, they
three.
turned. He got a 5-10.
Narrowly avoids that flash. Nice little no-scope straight through the... And Toxic. Completely gunned down by the P90, but Toxic on the flank with two... Oh, no. No shot! No shot! And there it is.
Living long enough.
Nice.
Got one.
You might want to ult this.
Yeah. They're like all in sight.
They could be on. On.
Nice! Good.
job.
Tree.
Heaven.
Oh, Shredder has possession. 1v. And he beats him.
Oh my god!
1-1 with 2:56 left. The wall. Fox. Trider's in the air. Trider has a shot. He hits it off backboard. And he does!
Oh my God!
Shot by
What
Trider
a
to
shot!
start the game.
An absolute beauty!
Welcome back for the fourth time this morning. I'm going to keep track by well, it's not morning anymore, is it?
No.
It's not. It's afternoon. Welcome back for the first time this afternoon. It's all been afternoon.
Yeah, we've started afternoons.
Welcome back for the fifth time, because I'll get it right this time. It's the fourth time.
All right,
Hello,
anyone.
everyone. We're headed into the second map here shortly. It's going to be Skyscraper. This time we're going to have Kettering on attack first, and Trine will be defending.
Yeah, this is definitely one of Kettering's better maps, so we're expecting to see, Kettering perform well, but at the same time, they are going to be attacking, so it automatically puts them at a disadvantage.
Absolutely. Definitely going to be a little more difficult for Kettering to get any kind of sweep right out the gates like they did last round, but nothing is impossible, as we've seen them pull off some pretty unique rounds so far. So this time we're headed in. We're going to see, we're still handling a couple more technical things. Hopefully we don't go in and find out that we don't have op bans again. But
we should. I believe they're set properly.
Everything should be set properly this time.
I guess we'll see in a couple minutes.
Yeah. And any moment now we should be headed in. As we saw last time, Derp and Bucka doing a lot of the brunt work for Kettering. Some heavy lifting in terms of kills as well. Finding 1, 2, maybe 3 for a round. Derp even finding 4 on that final round.
Yeah.
And Trine squarely doing some of the heavy lifting in terms of kills. Schlaxen having some good first bloods as well. Definitely evenly split among the team. So pretty good game so far from both teams by all means. Hopefully we can see another one on this next map. Skyscraper, a map I'm a personal fan of. Hoping to see something cool here. Like I said earlier, I got to see a lot of my favorite operators already picked. The only one missing is Echo. So,
maybe Kettering or Trine have been listening to you,
right.
and your prayers will be answered.
Maybe I'll get to see some Echo here. It's the only one I'm missing, and he is probably my second most played at this point.
All right. We got a ready from both teams, so we're going to be getting into map bans for Skyscraper. Map 2.
Map bans?
Op bans. Op bans. Same thing, right?
Same difference at this point.
So Kettering going to be looking to shut Trine out and win the R6 portion of the Michigan Bandwidth Bowl.
Kettering already up that one map. As we said, best of 3. If Kettering brings this one home, that will be crowning them the champions of the Bandwidth Bowl in terms of R6. I know there's some discussion about the scores we heard. Depending who wins this match can impact who's able to still win the Bandwidth Bowl. Nothing is finalized yet, obviously. Still doing some math on that. But we'll give you at some point today, you'll get a quick score update.
Do you see chat?
Time to play Habana and Echo.
Oh.
Only.
I guess you may see what you want.
See Echo.
There's the Brava ban. I guess Kettering did not appreciate dying to their own captain traps last match.
Somebody's a little bit salty, maybe. I'm a little confused by what they mean to honor their release.
This is actually the map that the operators came out with. So Skyscraper was released when Hibana and
Gotcha.
Echo. And Trine, Kettering not going for a defensive operator ban. Kind of interesting.
Trine
again
must have selected one really quickly. Azami once again. Attackers, Derp. Cracking a joke about attackers not allowed to have traps.
Yeah, getting that Brava out of there. They really are upset about that. They don't appreciate dying to their own traps, and that's why I think they would have no banned if that wasn't the case.
Absolutely, yeah. And in response to that, Kyrios was briefly hovering Capcan. And wow, so as far as history has shown, remember who I talked bad about immediately after since Glaz and Callie and Warden? They've immediately hovered Grim and picked it. So, I mean, maybe I do need to go to a.
You should go to a casino.
You should go to a casino today. It would be in my favor. As right now, he has a fun ability. Okay, there we go. Illusion is gonna swap off. Gonna go to the Jackal. Definitely a confident pick. Jackal's really strong as well. That was one that I got recommended a lot when I was first playing R6 because of the simplicity of the ability to track where somebody is. That utility is unmatched in something like R6 to be able to see the exact path they went. You can piece together not only where they've been, where they are, and where their teammates could be as well. So definitely going to be a strong match here, as we're going to see the Mira set up from Trine this time. We are going to see Wamai for the first time.
Yeah, Wamai's definitely going to be a popular pick, especially having that new 1.5 sight. We do have Amplify with the shotgun on Amaru. Probably just going to try to rush into sight and get some kills with it.
Somebody's going to try and get an early pick, and there he goes. Nobody's there waiting for him, but somebody's coming around the corner momentarily. If he's not careful, they're going to be waiting, and they're going to get brought down. Amplify walked in, well, grappled in, I guess, more accurately, and Schlaxen.
Buck has the shotgun too.
I hate to make this a verb, but he got schlaxed in the face. It just feels like it makes sense in that situation. So,
that was bad.
Amplify, bringing down Schlaxen there. Kyrios getting lit up in the process of a fight as well, but gonna make it out. And Checker is gonna get brought down as well. Derp will find that kill. Derp's gonna find himself a second. Gonna bring down Zeox. It's looking good for Kettering right now. They brought down 3. They're gonna look. He's gonna walk up and knife Kyrios.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think KU is just kind of going in. They're just getting another knife kill. They're just rushing in with shotguns and pistols, trying to,
This is aggressive play style if I've ever seen it. You and your teammate running circles around somebody so you can knife them. That seems. Yeah, that's rush. I mean, that's about as rush as you can get.
They're definitely coming into this very confident,
So the first round of Skyscraper will go to Kettering on attack. We're going to see Kyrios on the Thorn here. Not necessarily a favorite operator of mine, but a fun one to counter. And that's a smart pick as well. We were actually talking about this before the stream. When teams play rush comps like that, and they're going to try and just send it on you. Thorn is a pretty reliable pick. Throw down some some barbed wire, and then put down your grenade and see what happens. And in this situation, that could be exactly what happens as Kyrios getting rushed up on there.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see Kettering setting up for another rush.
Yeah, Jackal, Ying, Aruni, Habana. Wow, yeah, this is very almost more aggressive than last round.
Yeah, last round they brought, they brought a lot more like utility potential, and this round it looks like they're all just trying to come in and rush site as fast as possible.
Yeah, Derp finding a 4K once again. Back-to-back rounds now for Derp that he's found 4Ks. Technically back-to-back, different maps, but still technically back-to-back. And as the timer expires, the round is going to start. We're going to enter the action phase. And we're going to see them moving as a unit. There's all 4 of them coming in and bring down that camera.
I'm going to scout around.
And yeah, Amaru just going to be rushing sight window with his shotgun. Going to get in there and actually getting taken out by Kyrios.
Kyrios, unhappy that it went as bad as it did for them last time. Gets lit up. Definitely took a shot to the face from that shotgun, but Kyrios is going to find that trade. Amplify has gone down, and that's the first blood for Trine now. 5v4 in the favor of Trine. And now Kettering has to be a little more careful. This rush comp all of a sudden not having that first pick from Aruni is going to be a little dangerous to take a fight now. Especially since Trine seemingly prepared for that rush comp.
Yeah, you can see they have 4 trap ops.
Yep.
So they're definitely, they understand that rush was coming, and they understand that, they need to play more of a bunker trap op comp.
Absolutely. Illusion going to get shot up there. Not quite going to go down, but not feeling great after that one by all means. If I'm correct, that looks like maybe a Thorn grenade went off to lose that much and not go down.
Yeah, now I think they're, Kettering slowing down a bit, and they realize that their initial rush didn't work. As Derp does get Zeox down with the shotgun.
Derp's going to find that first blood for Kettering, and now it's a 4v4.
But still, I mean, with the amount of utility that Trine has laid around site, there's very limited anything Kettering can do, especially considering they all have shotguns right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Checker is taking a little bit of damage in the fire there. Schlaxen will go down. No more Captain Cargo shorts here.
But like, for example, even Illusion on the Jackal, he has double shotgun, so he has the primary and secondary shotgun right now. Bucka gonna find a kill on Checkers.
Derp and Prismo did go down, but not before Bucka and Illusion are going to turn it around for their team. Bucka is going to get downed, but Illusion, not at full health, has to be very careful how he does this because this res is going to be important for winning this round. And Kyrios seemingly going to play the very defensive standpoint here. Going to just stand the ground and force them to come to him. Thorn, definitely no more nades left either, so we'll have to be careful how he does this. Both of them very low, essentially a body shot or 2 would take it here. Bucka is now out of ammo in that SMG. Kyrgios will bring one down. He'll clutch it up. Kyrgios will bring down both. As I said, just needs that one bullet to either of them to bring him down. Finds that one shot through the wall, one through the door frame, and that's enough for him to bring it home. Trine going to take a round there.
Yeah, wonderful round for Trine right there. Adapting to the rush trap, bringing all those trap operators. And, I mean, although Kettering did have 5 shotguns in that situation, and they were kind of doing more of a troll strat, it ended up working out in Trine's favor.
Yep. And we're gonna see Mute here. Flores and Zero. Zero very powerful for that camera.
Of course.
Flores kind of a unique pick as well, but we're gonna see Squirrely is gonna be once again a bunch of trapped. Zeox is actually gonna be on the Rook. Everybody come get your t-shirt, your tank top, whatever you want to call it. I guess they probably do a little more than t-shirts or tank tops with one thing. Get your armor plates. And Schlaxen playing Mute here and trying to deny some of that utility that Kettering could be running on offense. And here we're going to see the swap from Zero over to... I'm blanking on the operator name. But we're also going to see the swap off Flores.
It's a gridlock.
Yes, gridlock. Thank you.
Yep.
We're going to see the Finkas change as well. So,
see, this comp is a little bit more practical for this map. You know, they still have that rush potential with Amplify being on the Amaru, but they don't really have, you know, hard breach. They have the Bucka on the Hibana, but that's about it, and that's not going to be able to make huge lines of sights for them, especially if they're trying to do a normal strat. So I believe they're going to still go for, you know, Bucka still on this shotgun on Hibana, which is odd, and then amplifying the shotgun for Amaru. So I'm still thinking they're going for more of that rush meta instead of, you know, trying to play utility and play getting breach or whatever.
Absolutely. That aggressive play style is still very much an option here. But like we said from that first round, a little less, or in between the first and second round, a little less utility. We're going to see some shots traded there. Amplify is going to find one. Kyrgios not able to follow up quick enough, and Amplify will get the second shot off, bringing down Kyrgios. First blood of the round goes to Kettering, but Schlaxen happy to return the favor and brings down Amplify. So a 4v4 now between Trine and Kettering. Interesting angle here from Checkers. Definitely a strong one.
Yeah, I mean, as we can see here, Kettering is trying to actually push in, and Squirrely going to be taking down Derp, finding the pick on him. Kettering yet to answer back. We do have Zeox holding drum right now, and a couple shots coming from below, but not finding any damage onto Zeox.
Yeah, and Kyrgios, the thing about Thorn is that a lot of that utility for Thorn is getting those nades down, and before Thorn went down, they had all their nades set up. So still going to have that utility even after death.
Bucka in that frost mat, so getting taken out by Checkers.
Checkers going to finish that one off, and that's going to be another kill for Trine. Now in a 4v2, Illusion and Prismo left all on their own to fight against Schlaxen, Checkers, Squirrely, and Zeox. It's a tough round here for Kettering, but nothing is impossible. We're going to see some fire exchanged. Prismo will take some damage, but he won't go down. That Ying flash is going to go off. It's going to make it difficult to do anything. Schlaxen is going to bring down Prismo with a Nitro Cell, and as the rest of the team
going to find the last kill.
Yep, Squirrely's going to find that last final blow, and that's going to be another round to go to Trine. This is, I mean, as much as attack is a little bit more difficult to start off on your own map.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest concern for Trine in this situation is that they don't keep winning. You know, they need to get as many rounds on attack or on defense against Kettering. You know, this is their map. They need, because it's going to be near impossible, I would say, to attack Kettering on their own map on defense.
Right. So definitely getting that upper hand here is going to be what Trine should rely on, seeing as defense is just going to be the more advantageous situation. Once again, we're going to see Wamai come out. Jaeger once again.
That is a surprise.
Yeah, I mean,
Ella is one we haven't seen yet either. Another trap still. Not quite the same, but still going to function in the terms of area denial.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Kettering understood that they aren't going to be winning on this rush strat, and I think it was more of like, we're off a map, let's enjoy ourselves for a bit. But
Like you
they
said,
realized that at this point it's not working, so they're actually doing a pretty normal comp.
Well, and like you said earlier, a lot of these teams playing in various playoffs and things like that for NACE, you do kind of have to just slave away to what is the best and what is not necessarily the most fun, but what is the most likely to help you win.
Yeah.
And I think some of the opportunity of Michigan Bandwidth Bowl is teams get to play what's a little more fun. We don't have to slave to what is meta, what is best, what will make us win, but what is the most fun for our team and the enemy team. As Prismo is going to break down that barrier there, look to entry. Derp is actually going to get to be the first one to be brought down. Squirrely will find the first blood of the round, putting Trine already in a 5v4 here.
Yeah, I mean, Kettering already on attack. They're on their back foot, and then, being down Derp, one of your best players, already 6-3 this game, and the rest of your team isn't really performing as well.
Schlaxen's going to bring down Prismo as well, so it'll be a 5v3 now.
Amplify going to answer right back, finding the reef pick on Schlaxen, but, I mean, they still have very limited utility. They don't have the Prismo on the hard breach anymore, and then they lost the nades from Derp.
Yeah, just before that camera split away, we saw two people almost going to catch eyes on each other, but it looks like it may not have ever actually happened. As Amplify going to clear these corners, trying to push in. Bucka hoping he can find something here. As does Illusion. We're going to see Kettering is going to put the diffuser down. Still in a 4v3 now. Trine with the upper hand.
Yeah, and I mean, at the end of the round, they're going to have to be pushing into these trap ops. They have a Frost, a Thorn, and an Ella, so that's 3 trap ops that are most likely in the entryways of sites.
Right, 3 trap ops, and to join the... Oh, Amplify will bring down Squirrely, so evening this playing field. It's going to be a 3v3 now. Bucka going to get downed, not killed, though. Down, but not out.
And there's the finish on Bucka. Wow, Illusion going to find Zeox.
Yeah, Illusion going to find another.
Putting it back into a 2v2 situation, but still favoring Trine in this situation with all the utility that they have.
Yeah, we're going to see Illusion is going to fall there to check. Amplify. Heavy footsteps pushing in. And check will actually get vision on him as well. It's going to be another one to go down.
Yeah, another solid round won by Trine. They're going to just keep trying to steamroll Kettering as well as possible on defense because, going into attack, it's going to be difficult.
You're going to want to have as many rounds up as you can. Trine still locking in a couple traps per team. A little less this time, though. Mozzie and Capcan being the only 2. Rook going to provide some team armor and Vigil a little more utility.
Yeah, they do have that Melusi to slow down the push, too. That also prevents them from just rushing. But I think Kettering's to a point where they are not going to be rushing anymore. They're trying to play for picks and,
Fun time is over. They need to win.
Yeah, exactly.
They've had their fun. Kyrios, once again, being the man on the team with the Rook armor. That Rook armor sets your team up for great success. You can take advantage of that in any fight you take. Every fight you take, you just have more health, more armor. You're that much harder to kill, which, especially for players who are just aiming for the head, if you do find that body shot, it's not going to be as impactful.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
As the round will get kick-started.
Yeah, I mean, we see the Lion on the shotgun, so they still do have that potential for, a rush. But at the same time, Lion shotgun, that's an amazing shotgun. And if Derp can do something with it, as we've seen in the past, and as we see this game, 6-3, he should be fine with it.
Yeah, Lion, a really strong pick. Basically denies there's 2 ways to use that. You can use it if you think somebody's moving to get intel on where they are, but in addition to that, essentially it works more like a zoning ability, where you use that and you know that whoever is sitting where they are right then can't move without you knowing.
Yeah.
So some multiple utility to that ability.
I mean, unfortunately, Squirrely is on the Vigil that does directly counter Lion, so
Yeah.
he is able to move around. But I'm honestly surprised that this is the first time Lion was picked during this game.
Yeah, no fight broken out yet.
Bomb located by
Derp
attackers.
running around just loading floors into holes into that floor of the upper stairs. Schlaxen is going to be the first one to go down. Derp will find first blood there. Finds himself another. Kyrios will fall as well. It's a 5v3 now. Kettering with the upper hand. Prismo not feeling great after a fight, but Squirrely is also going to break out the ultimate. I'm sorry. Multiple games. Going to break out that ability there. Goes invisible and going to look to rotate around and see what they can find. Not going to get any real value out of it as Derp going to pull out the revolver.
Drawn out.
Yeah, I mean, Derp might find a pick here. He sees him and gonna find it.
Derp going to find himself a third. It's a 3K for Derp so far. Prismo going to take away a possible ace, but Squirrely will fall to Prismo. Zeox will shut down Derp finally. First blood for Trine as Derp falls, but Zeox now left in a 4v1, and Illusion is going to plant the diffuser in the meantime.
Attackers activating diffuser.
I would like to highlight Zeox and Prismo did get their first kills of the game this round.
Yes.
Zeox gonna find another onto Illusion,
Yeah,
hoping to find 3 more to get this bomb defused.
Zeox found first blood, second blood, looking for third blood.
And that Nitro just did not do enough damage to Prismo, so Zeox is probably not expecting him, and he does
Zeox
actually
is
find the
expecting
pick.
it, finds the kill. Prismo will get one, but not before. Amplify is going to bring down Zeox here. Yep, peeks that corner. No gun out, just running, and that's going to be enough for Amplify to bring him down. Kettering going to take another round into the favor. 3-2 now, headed into the last round before swap.
Yeah, and there you can see in chat Zeox asking about the Nitro damage because he's surprised that it didn't kill him, hence why he wasn't really, you know, if you look, he did a double take when he beat that because he was like, well, I threw a Nitro there, anyone should be dead.
Surely there should be nobody sitting right here. And saying, you know, in chat just now, how much damage, and Prismo saying a lot, because indeed it was most of Prismo's health, but not quite enough to bring it home for them as we head into the 6th round. 3-2 for Trine here. Not the start we were expecting. We started this one off and said, you know, Kettering with a map choice here and a ban this time around gets to set themselves up for, you know, success greater than we may have seen last round, and instead the start has been nothing but in Trine's favor at every round. First bloods and everything decided. So 3-2 for Trine, 5v5 as we start this one off.
Attackers' objective is to locate
Yeah,
a bomb.
I mean, we see that Tachanka coming out with the 2.0. Pretty standard composition from Kettering with the Nomad, and you know, they don't have a hard breach this round, but they do have the Buck with hard breach gadget, so there is a possibility that they will take advantage of that. Actually, they have flashes on Buck, so it does appear they're just going to be going through you know, site doors and windows instead of actually trying to breach anything.
Yeah, that's 9 flash grenades between the team. Illusion carrying 3, Bucka and Derpa also carrying 3 more apiece, so 9 between the whole team. At this point, it's starting to look like a Ferris State CSGO special.
Yeah,
Somebody take all 3 flashbangs and drop them all and flash the whole enemy team until they can't see anything for days. And we're going to see some more droning coming out as Amplify is going to finally push in, as is Bucka. He's going to spray it down, can't quite find the kill or any damage. Knows somebody's got to be there, though.
Yeah, unfortunately that Jaeger does get upstairs as Checkers takes out the first pick and Amplify, and Derp answers right back, getting the pick on the Checkers.
Yeah, it's a 1-for-1. Now we're in a 4v4. An even fight, if you will.
A bomb has been located.
As Prismo will go down to Squirrely. Trine with the upper hand.
Yeah, Illusion going to try to peek into this Jaeger and ends up peeking into the Ella.
Curios going to bring down Illusion. It's now a 4v2. Difficult round if you're Kettering to be Derp and Bucka. Left in a 2v4. Curios, the only one injured, but just barely.
That Bucka using the Buck shotgun going to do quite a bit of damage to Squirrely. Not able to find enough, though. Going to be pretty difficult in this situation for Kettering to bring this back, but they are playing vertical, and they have quite good positions, although, you know, we do have Schlax flanking right here, which could turn it around real fast.
Absolutely. Squirrely not feeling great, under half health. Curios a little above it. Still a 4v2, but in the process, Trine has taken some damage. 40 seconds to go. Schlaxen's actually going to go down to Derp. Three v 2 now. Trine by health is pretty even with Kettering, as Bucka will take some damage, but not quite going to find the kills. As Bucka will bring down Curios in a trade for Derp to go down. Bucka now in a 2v1. Based on this first round, this first map we saw from Bucka, if anybody can do it, it's going to be him. But Squirrely waiting around the site, going to bring down Bucka.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great round from Trine. You can see a lot of those Kettering players were outside that balcony door and that T door, and just, you know, that Jaeger would just peek them one at a time.
Absolutely, yep. And so now we've swapped sides. Trine will be attacking, Kettering will be defending, and this is where we expected it to turn into a landslide.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Kettering obviously has practiced this map a significant amount, and they do know good defense strats on it. But at the same time, we won't see the throw as much, you know, because they're not going to be doing this shotgun-only rush strat that Kettering did. And not to say that it wasn't, you know, an amazing strat. It was more of...
It was, we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, it was more of like, let's enjoy ourselves, and if this doesn't work, so what? We're up a map.
Right, we can always turn it back around. So hoping that that doesn't come back to bite them in the butt later as well.
Of course.
Trine starting on attack on Skyscraper here. Kettering, already you can tell, doing significantly more rotations in this setup than Trine did.
10 seconds to insertion.
Yeah, I mean, Kettering definitely has these strats down, and they're putting, you know, holes for rotates and for sights, and I mean, there's so much more on their defense than Trine had. But I mean, maybe Trine can play into that more.
As Derp's going to bring down Schlaxen right out the gates. First blood for Kettering here.
Defender has been discovered.
Oh, and Squirrely going to find the refrag onto, actually the frag onto Bucka. They're a little bit upset in chat. You can see,
yeah.
Not too happy about that spawn peak, especially in a Grand Finals match for Bandwidth Bowl, which is supposed to be a pretty fun tournament and relaxed. Squirrely going to try to find some damage onto Doc. Doc actually finds most of the damage, but Squirrely going to find the pick onto
Squirrely's
Derp.
going to bring down Derp there, yeah.
Putting Trine up 4v3.
Trine in a 4v3 on attack is definitely not what we were expecting going into this round. Derp being on the smoke, definitely a more defensive utility for the team. I'm sorry, Prismo being on the smoke, a more defensive utility than we're used to seeing here. Amplify, 5 and 4 on the Malusi. Hoping he can find something, hanging out over near those stairs where a couple different Trine could enter.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is right here with Kettering is that Trine has so much map control, and Kettering is just bunkering on site. So, I mean, as far as rotating or moving around, there's not much Kettering can do. Yeah. They have to kind of stay where they're at on site and, you know, play around it.
Absolutely, yeah, that mute jammer going to come into handy there for Kettering, denying some space with that drone, and now Curios forced to use that Finka stim in order to be able to push me further up.
You do see 2 shotguns on the Kettering side, so you have the Super 90 again on the, I can't remember the op, and then the shotgun for the mute.
Changing max.
Malusi. I main Malusi on the Ferris team too, and I can't remember that. That's rough.
Squirrely is going to bring down Amplify. It's now a 2v4 for Kettering. Curios will find one more. Illusion going to go down, leaves Prismo in a 1v4, and he can't quite find it. That's going to be another round to go to Trine.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great attack by Trine. 2 early picks off the start, taking out the 2 top frags for Kettering, getting Bucka and Derp.
Yeah. Squirrely, Squirrely even openly admitting, presumably that shot he got on Amplify, I believe it was. I just hit the shot of my career. So, definitely an interesting one. Squirrely, when you're all done with this, make sure you send that clip to the send that clip in the highlights. We'd love to have it.
Your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I know one thing we were talking about earlier today was some people have been a little confused why we have teams like Trine and Kettering in this tournament, as they're not from Michigan. Actually, Kettering, I believe.
Yeah, Kettering is.
Kettering is, yes. But schools like Trine and North Dakota, I know there is some conflict about why they're in the Michigan Bandwidth Bowl. That being said, the Michigan Bandwidth Bowl, we have some contacts and connections, obviously, with other schools, as all of us do here in esports. And all of the teams that are not from Michigan directly have coaches that went to schools in Michigan. So Trine having Coach Young, who actually went to Ferris. I know the North Dakota coach went to Central, I believe it was. So still some Michigan regional connections. Plus, we always, events like this are more fun with more people.
Yeah, of course.
Overwatch, we had a 12 or 13 team bracket.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you really get a unique experience getting to play against that many teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's really awesome that they're able to have so many teams. For example, like Siege, we only had 5 initially, and then, bringing in Trine, North Dakota, so that brought us up to 6 teams total for our Bandwidth Bowl. And,
sure.
I mean, it definitely made the bracket more balanced, more enjoyable. We all got to play more games, so it was a good time. As we see Trine attacking, trying to get the main breach. Schlaction going to be taking out Derp as an early pick.
Yeah, we start the round off. Derp's going to be the first one to go down. Derp and Bucka, who we thought... Oh. After a lot of the... Oh, Schlaxen's going to find 2 on a hot streak here.
Sorry.
Schlaxen is on a hot streak right now. After each of these kills, sometimes there is some humorous messages sent in chat. Nothing inappropriate, but you may see them yourself. That, for example, Schlaxen killing Derp there and immediately getting himself called a loser. We don't think that about you, Schlaxen. Don't worry. I don't.
I mean, look at this. Trine in a 4v2 situation attacking. They already have breach open. They killed the 2 top frags. Bucka not doing amazing this game, but Derp down 12-7. He's already out. So Kettering is on their back foot. Yeah. It's 5-2 on Kettering's map. What is going on?
Kettering has, Trine we expected we knew they were the, by seed, they were not the #1 team coming into this because they just, they were the #2 seed as opposed to Kettering being #1, but Trine making it all this way with not their full roster as opposed to Kettering doing the same thing now with their full roster. So we expect Kettering to kind of steamroll, but now, like I said earlier, it could come back to bite them in the butt that they decided to, fool around, have a little too much fun on these maps. As Kyrios is going to bring down Amplify. Illusion will find a trade, bring down Kyrios, but man, it's going to be difficult for Illusion here. He's very low on health. Squirrely and Checkers both very low. Going to have to perfectly play this one. He's going to find one. Checkers will get down. He knows somebody else is behind him. He doesn't know exactly where. Squirrely rotating around, and Illusion left in a tough spot here.
Only 10 seconds. He does need 7 seconds to fuse, and there it comes, and there it goes.
Yep, not quite enough time to defuse. Going to look for the kill. Downs another, but neither of the kills. Unfortunate. Trine
putting it to match point.
Yeah, Trine. Wow, this is a turn of events. We went onto this map thinking Kettering on defense on their home map surely would be able to bring this one home, but Trine quite literally even winning that round, both of them, from laying on the ground. Both players getting downed, but not dead. Down but not out has never been more accurate describing Trine's gameplay here.
Yeah, I mean, starting off strong, getting 3 rounds off the start, and initially that was because Kettering was taking it more relaxed. But now they're up 6-2.
Yeah, this is, we saw a couple wins and we thought, that surely goes to the fact that Trine is on defense. And then we saw Kettering, fool around a little. And so we thought surely Trine will still take a couple rounds. And, as that happened, it seems like here Trine genuinely could just be they could just be doing well. They're just doing better at this point.
Well, I mean, Squirrely's having an amazing game. 10-4.
And Schlaxen finding opening picks round after round. The first blood of, I believe, the last 3.
Yeah.
So finding these crucial picks to open up, games like this, first pick is game-changing. All of a sudden, that's a whole new angle. It's a whole new way you can push or you can or can't defend from.
Yep.
So, try and finding their unique advantages here, taking advantage of everything they can, and sure enough, here they are, 6-2. An upper hand for Trine headed into this round. We're going to see the barrier get damaged a little there, maybe a spawn peek potentially, as Squirrely has to be very careful not to get himself killed here. Bucka, and one thing also to say is last round we saw Derp and Bucka both heavy on the carrying in terms of kills. This round Bucka 2-6, not having quite the round he was last time.
Yeah, definitely. He's either not as performing as well or just, playing different ops that aren't working for him.
Right.
But I mean, at this point, Kettering is on their back feet. They are doing everything they can to stay in this game, especially on their map, going to a decider that wasn't really their pick. And, we'll go to a coin flip, I believe, for the map sides. So it does appear that Kettering is holding Geisha pretty well, and they're not doing as big of a roam as they normally do. We see Bucka below trying to do somewhat of a flank, but the rest of the 4 members are on site.
Yeah, this has been a tough round for both teams. Nobody finding any real fights yet. And as I say that, Curios is going to bring down Amplify. Once again, the first blood going to Trine. I mean, this would be the upset map.
This would. Especially on coming from Kettering's map, that's just... honestly, it shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, lighting up the alibi. Wow. I'm kind of left speechless. I was expecting this to be much more heavy-handed in terms of Kettering, but Trine definitely surprising me and doing a great job on this map. Maybe a little upset after that first round, coming back with a vengeance here, showing that, we made our way here in the first place. We deserve this.
Yeah, definitely. I think Trine is really pushing for this game, especially, they could have possibly tilted Kettering a little bit, with some of the chat BM that's been going on during this match.
Mental is very important in esports, and I will say that this could be impacting their gameplay right here, as Derp is going to bring down Curios. Evens the playing field. It's a 4v4 now. Kettering maybe a little more locked in than we thought. As I see them pre-firing corners, Illusion will bring down Squirrely.
13 seconds left. They have to execute.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Seox not feeling great here. Schlaxen is going to get down and finished off, and that's going to be, wow, Prismo, Bucka, Prismo finding 2, actually. Kettering, not happy that it got this far.
Yeah, of course. I mean, an amazing round for Kettering there. Going into round 10, I mean, that round versus the other defense rounds, you can tell they played a lot more passively. They burned as much time as possible, and they just kind of bunkered. They didn't care for the roam as much, and, that's why no kills happened until almost 2 minutes into the round.
That Thatcher skin looks like it walked into a craft store.
Yeah,
and whatever stuck to it is just what he walked out wearing.
Looks like he's wearing grass on my
turf, and then
like
tartan behind it. It's not a great look.
No, definitely not.
But I mean, I'm sure that's probably the intention of the skin, as we see this one carry on.
Yeah, but I mean, compared to Border, we're seeing a lot of default operator choices. So we do have the Fuse coming out instead of the Finca. Kind of an odd strat, but they're playing below, so the Fuse could be a great pick if Trine can take control right above the site.
Yeah, and Bucka seemingly on the unique picks last round was finding enormous value on things like Caveira, etc. And this round on more traditional defense picks, not able to quite do as much as we were necessarily expecting.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
6-3 here, still match point, by the way. It's officially at that point where Trine, until Kettering can win a few in a row here, Trine has got that match point leverage. Every round could be their last if Kettering can't bring it home. So,
I mean, all game, this game has been looking towards Trine. You know, they've been dominant the majority of the game, you know, getting several rounds, the majority of the rounds on defense, and then coming to attack, and then getting 3 straight rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Still 5-on-5 here. That's the same skin I use on my fuse gun. The exact same one.
So it does appear they're going to be trying to take above control. But, I mean, that fuse charge isn't actually going to do anything because the defenders are significantly further back.
Yeah, they're playing very far anchored positions here. Schlaxen taking a lot of damage in some trades here. Not feeling great after that fight.
Again, just trying to play super passive and find any picks. You know, Kettering is not trying to overextend. And as I say that,
Kettering going to find first blood. Squirrely will fall. Kyrios will find the trade, though. Bucka's going to go down. It's now a 4v4, but bear in mind, Schlaxen under half health and Kyrios close to it. Kettering definitely seeming like they might be a little bit over with the fact that they were struggling so much on these earlier rounds. Some shots coming through the wall there. Kyrios gonna rotate, see what he can find here.
Yeah,
Checker is just clearing his corners, looking for what he can. Almost takes off his teammate's head there as he peeks that corner. Schlaxen somehow getting lower without dying, but as Amplify will join him in that crew of low health.
Does appear most Kettering players have fallen off that top floor and just rotated back to site. We are seeing still a 4v4 situation with low health and Schlaxen getting a pick onto Prismo. That's massive.
That's huge in terms of rotations because now they have that extra space to push through and Amplify, Illusion, Derp. They've got to really turn something around here in order to win this round. Kyrios not feeling great as is Schlaxen, still damaged, but Kyrios just a little to the left. Derp gonna bring down Checkers, evens the playing fields again. Once again from 4v4 to a 4v3, from a 4v3 to a 3v3. And so on. Derp is going to bring down Schlaxen. Schlaxen is going to find Illusion. Zeox will bring down Derp in the process. It's a trade, it's a trade, it's a trade. And Zeox is going to plant the diffuser. Amplify just has to kill one. He knows he's got to be planting, pushing from an aggressive play, but not going to be fast enough to interrupt. He's going to light him up, find some damage. Not going to down him, but
it's going to be behind that bulletproof shield. Not much that Amplify can do right here. He's going to just try to long arm the diffuser. And gonna look
turns
the
around the wrong way.
way.
Zeox is gonna turn this one around single-handedly for Trine. I mean, he turned it around.
1v3.
Yeah, 1v3 at the end. Wins that one for Trine. Enormous. Fantastic job from Trine as they managed to pull that one away. So we're going to map 3.
Yeah, that is wild. I love to see it. I mean, Kettering destroyed Trine on their own pick, and then Trine comes back and answers 7-3 on Kettering's pick.
And pretty sound destruction both ways.
Yeah.
So we're headed to map 3. We're gonna take a minute, give everybody a minute to get some water, maybe use the bathroom if they need to, and we'll be right back. So we'll be right back. Enjoy the break. Words to describe what is going on right now with Gates.
Check this man's PC.
Cooking them alive. He's unstoppable.
It's a clinic.
He's 13-0. I haven't seen anything like this since I've started watching COD. This is insane.
Gates, PhD, and absolutely fragging.
They can really be making something out of this. They did really get it. Sky's forcing out the annihilation and the beat as well.
They turned the.
He got a 5-game.
Narrowly avoids that flash. Nice little no-scope straight through the... And Toxic completely gunned down by the P90, but Toxic on the flank with 2 Oh no. No shot. No shot. And there it is.
Living long enough.
Nice.
Got one.
Might want to ult this.
Yeah. They're like all in sight.
They could be on. On.
Nice. Good
job.
Tree.
Heaven.
Oh, Strider has possession. 1v. And he beats him.
my god!
1-1 with 2:56
What a-
left the wall. Fox, Strider's in the air. Strider has a shot. He hits it off backboard. And he does!
Oh my god!
Shot by
What a
Strider to
shot!
start the game.
An absolute beauty!
Hello and welcome back for, now it's the 5th time, We're
Are you
back
sure?
for the 5th. Yes.
Okay.
See, even Derp saying in the match, 5, por favor. I'm not sure that that's what he was referring to, but welcome back. Headed into the 3rd map after Trine. Both teams getting their map picks flipped on them. Kettering taking Border off of Trine, and then Trine taking Skyscraper off of Kettering. We're headed into Oregon.
I mean, and coming into Oregon, we see, Trine winning the coin flip, so they get to start on the defender side, which gives them the advantage already going into this 3rd map. And then, obviously the momentum from the last map.
Absolutely, yeah. Not sure what we'll see here. Kettering, maybe we'll see 2 bans this time.
I have a feeling we're going to see 2 bans.
I have a feeling that it may have been too silly and or goofy for their own good at this point. So hopefully Kettering able to turn this around for themselves as Trine. I mean, they're ready. They came to play, and they're here to show it. So we're going to see a Flores ban come out from Trine for the attackers, and Kettering is going to ban Ying. That's a pretty safe ban. That flash is obnoxious. It denies a lot of different comps.
Yeah, I mean, but the odd part is that I believe we've only seen Kettering actually play the Ying.
Yeah,
we haven't actually seen Trine pull out a Ying yet. And bringing the Cade, again, an op pick that Kettering took most of the advantage of. But again, it is great because, that means they can't get hatches, they can't get a lot of the attic walls, different things on this map that is vital with Kaid.
Yeah, and Azami also going to get banned. A pretty reasonable ban. I know Azami has a lot of potential in terms of setting up filthy sight lines.
Yeah.
As well as just in general creating really gross setups and angles as a whole. So right now we can see everybody locking in their various picks as we're going to see Twitch, Zofia, Finka, Iana, and Sledge getting locked in for Kettering. And we're going to see Trine with Wamai, Jaeger, Thunderbird, Smoke, and Warden.
Yeah, and I mean, that is the 3rd map in a row that Azami's been banned by Trine, so nothing...
Trine must really not be a fan of Azami. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. I mean, Azami is definitely one of the better ops in this game, especially, coming into these newer seasons, that Azami is meta. She's pretty popular, and you'll see her over the mirror ban a lot of the times.
Well, and a lot of times we see these crazy sight lines they're getting away with without an Azami. So you can only imagine the crazy things these high-level players can do with somebody as powerful as Azami.
Yeah.
Being able to create those angles and break them out as necessary. You can mold your own sight lines, your own peaks, and everything you need.
Yeah, I mean, we see a pretty standard basement hold for Trine extending into elbow in blue bunker. Let's kind of see where Kettering's going to push because they don't have Cade on hatches. So if Trine is not roaming upstairs, then they have free reign of getting all the hatches with Hibana.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those of you just joining us for this 3rd map, maybe your friends texted you and said, hey, this just got real. Kettering is in the orange, Trine is in the blue, and things are getting hairy here.
Yeah, I mean, we have Bucka on the blitz this round.
Illusion right behind Squirrely. Squirrely barely inside the building, and actually looks like it's going to be a dangerous position here for Squirrely momentarily.
Gaining clarity.
Warden using those glasses.
Yeah, and this blitz going to be trying to add pressure to blue bunker, but cannot get through the smoke. Zeok's going
to find the first blood of the last map. Amplify is going to fall, and that's going to be a 5v4 now for Trine having the upper hand. Here's those Warden glasses going to come back up. Fights will start to break out now as people are starting to get intel on where everyone else is positioned.
And unfortunately, that's the Hibana down at the start. She got no utility out. She didn't get any hatches. Kettering just has to push down these stairs or into blue bunker, and that's what they're going to do. But they don't have any, line of sights.
Right. They don't have anything crazy to give them an upper hand in these fights. And Zeox is going to find another one, killing Derp there. It's now a 5v3. The upper hand is enormously in Trine's favor. Squirrely lights one up, brings one down. That's 3 for Trine. Bucka, Derp, Amplify all going down. Illusion and Prismo left standing on their own, and there's not even a bruise on any of the players from Trine right now. As I say that, Prismo brings down Zeox. shutting down that 2-man kill streak, but at the cost of 3 of his teammates and some of his own health. Right now, that peak looking a little risky with how close Jackal is watching it, but Illusion going to turn it around, brings down Schlaxen, but not fast enough, as they're both going to go down, and that's going to be the first round going to Trine.
Yeah, I mean, starting off really strong. Obviously, that's one of the better sites, so we're going to see what Trine can do on some of the other sites. Kids' dorms is where they're going next. That's pretty common. Likely, they'll be able to win it too, but at the same time, you know, Kettering is now bringing the Twitch, the Thermite, more support ops to try to get breaches open.
Right.
That round kind of got messed up because the Hibana was playing as an entry frag rather than actually using her utility.
Absolutely. And so at this point, Trine, and you know, for those of you who may not have all the context there is to this, Kettering played most of this tournament without their entire starting roster. I think some of them may have been busy or just weren't able to make it to all the matches yesterday. So Kettering made it to where they did, went through the loser side of the bracket and through semifinals to have to not have their full roster. And today, as far as I understand, Trine has been playing, today and yesterday, Trine has been doing a fantastic job playing with what I believe is actually not their full roster. We got 1 or 2 subs in for the team, and so Trine putting on this performance, you know, we may see some new starters on the Trine squad after this, seeing as some of these players are doing so well. Schlaxen not finding any that round, but has been a huge deal for the team so far. Squirrely and Zeox both finding 2 last round, and Squirrely making it out of the round unharmed. So here we are. They're finding some more intel here as we go on. 5v5 now. 1 round in Trine's favor, round 2.
Yeah, it does look like Amplify is going to be trying to take master control, likely going for the closet breach. But, I mean, with that 1 line of sight, they don't have 2 hard breaches. They don't have any other, you know, attack, especially towards attic. So they're going to all be pushing in, you know, big window and closet and very limited pressure elsewhere, which is going to work in favor for Trine. You know, they're all going to walk in the same spot.
Not a lot they'll be able to do with that, and so we're left in the spot now where, you know, everybody's kind of checking different sight lines. It seems as soon as one person walks away, they clear the vision, but not before Derp is going to find first blood with a frag grenade. Checkers is going to go down. Schlaxen going to bring down Bucka, finds the trade with the P90. Now in a 4v4. Schlaxen not feeling great. Neither is Illusion or Amplify. Amplify, though, happy to bring down Squirrely. Has had enough of that one. Not going to let them get away from 2-0 last round unharmed. And they're going to trade that one out. Now it's 4v3. Kettering with the upper hand. First time we've seen this in a while where they're up in lives, but they are for once. And Kettering going to get downed. Amplify is going to go down with the diffuser.
Yeah, I mean, Amplify did get that breach open, so he used his utility, and he actually is going to get picked back up by his teammate.
Prismo is going to light this one up. Can't quite find the shot on it. They're going to take a trade there with Curios, it looked like, but neither of them actually landing the shots, and they're going to walk away.
I mean, still looking great for Trine. They have an advantage on HP, but still they are down a player, and they're going to find the pick onto Prismo as Bomb is going down by Amplify. It's a 3v3 situation.
Curios is going to bring one down, but Amplify in the trade is going to bring down the diffuser to go down. 40 seconds now and counting for Trine. Bold impact nades there. Not quite finding what they're looking for as Illusion, Derp, Amplify all underneath, I'd say a 3rd health. Not feeling great here as Zeox is going to bring down Derp. Derp is going to find the trade, though. Schlax will go down. Still a 2v2 as anybody's round. 2v1 as Illusion and Amplify both fall. It's 2-0. Trine has taken a 2nd round in the 3rd map. This was anybody's game to begin with, and it looked like it was favored to Kettering, but now this map handily 2-0. A good start for Trine as they won the coin flip. They got defense first, and now they're taking this early lead that they so firmly want to bring home. 2-0.
And I mean, that was an amazing round for Curios. He, at the end there, got the 2v1. He just pushed perfectly timing-wise for both of them. They were both caught reloading the Zofia and the Thermite, and he was able to pick up both kills.
Absolutely. Absolutely outstanding play from Curios.
Right here's the concerning part is some of these, you know, not so traditional sites. You know, this is a site that is a lot harder to hold, and in my opinion, a lot easier to attack.
Yeah, and I think we're seeing some breaching choices that'll give them the most opportunity to essentially light their room up and set them up for success here. Checkers is going to put down a shield. He's going to break hatch there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty standard hold so far from Trine. This is a pretty typical setup. As far as, you know, as far as Kettering, if you look, they're all spawning Junkyard. This means it's going to spawn in the top right of the map, otherwise known as the stage. So it looks like they're actually going to do a small tower overtake for the majority of the players. And then their fourth player is Bucka, I believe, and he's just going to try to, you know, cause some havoc.
Yep, right away. No real value. Intel was not really maximized at the start of this round. Difficult round to be Kettering. You're down 2-0 in a match that you were favored.
Yeah, and I mean,
hoping to find something here as they start to entry these buildings and look what they can find. That's hatch is going to get broken open. Bucka and Curios mere inches away from each other, and neither of them even know it.
Yeah, I mean, Derp going to be trying to take this big window control. Again, both Bucka and Derp trying to take above because that is vital for this site. If they take above control, they can almost guarantee the round for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And here, Ayana going to break out the clone, is going to run in, see what they can find and discover.
Yeah, and I mean, as you can see, the rest of Kettering all taking small tower side, already pushed into showers and then about to be pushed into dining. The only thing holding them back from getting a plant or anything would be the players above. And, you know, as you see, Prisma going for, or Derp going for a nade.
Curios going to get knocked to about half health exactly.
Yep, from that nade. And then Derp, you know, trying to find this pick. He's going to be shooting through some walls. Still not able to find anything. Trine is not giving up any position. They're not peeking. They're just playing very tight angles, hoping to hold upstairs as long as possible. And as you can see, we're already 2 minutes into the round, and nothing besides a little bit of damage on Curios has happened.
Yeah, this has been a very interesting round so far. Zeox and Curios is going to find first blood. Derp will fall. Bucka will also go down. You know, in the first round, we said how much of Derp and Bucka were somebody to keep an eye on, and right now, they're both struggling.
Yeah, and as you
combined,
see
2 and 6 KD.
The final 3 alive members of the Kettering roster are going to be pushing upstairs. Prismo KU going to find Squirrely, and then Illusion going to be finding Cryo. So that's both upstairs players eliminated.
And now it's even. It's a 3v3. Both teams are at almost full health as Amplify is going to bring down Zeox. Illusion will get down. Finished off as well by Schlaxen.
Yeah, and there's the third and final smoke canister going out.
Light up Amplify, and Checkers will bring down Prismo. I mean, Trine, not expected by any means to be able to bring this one directly to Kettering's face, and here they are, 3-0 on the third map, beat Kettering on their own map, and now they're on the final map, 3-0. This is incredible.
Yeah, this is definitely unexpected. It is, you know, defense, so they are doing better.
Right,
but,
defense gives you that upper hand that allows you to really, I mean, well, quite literally you get to anchor on site, but you get that anchor of points for yourself as well, because by the time you get to your attacking attack phase, you are now up a few points. You have that padding for if you make some mistakes.
See, but we also thought this last game, you know, we thought that Trine was, you know, winning these rounds because they had defense first.
Right.
But it turned out that that wasn't really the case. Trine brought it to Kettering on their own map and ended up winning the map.
Winning on attack as well. So
yeah,
we may have just underestimated Trine, quite simply. Kettering, by I think national actual rank, is I believe higher than Trine, but you know, not really. Apparently, commutative properties don't always carry over in esports. One team can beat another.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
And here we are, going into the action phase of round 4.
Yeah, I mean, We're getting into it. It's pretty standard hold. Again, we have Amplify on that Hibana. I'm assuming, you know, Amplify is going to go and actually try to get more hatches this time, try to use her utility instead of, you know, dying and rushing with it first. Bucka going to be very close to Squirrely there, but not finding any damage or sight of him.
As another drone's going to come out. Some extra intel for the team.
Yeah, Squirrely just going to retreat as fast as possible, going through that attic wall, hoping to, you know, just stall Roam as long as he can and just waste time. That's his job.
And Oryx able to do that very well. That dash able to create a rotate in a moment's notice. And Derp will find the first blood of this round. Squirrely will fall.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a good round so far for Kettering. They are in sight. They're in the building, at least, or pretty early into the round. They've already found the one roamer that they know of at this point. And, you know, shortly here, they're going to be going for hatches. So we have Amplify going up into the top floor. He's going to be going down, I'm assuming, to meeting here shortly and getting the hatches open for lines of sight.
And with breaking open that floor, they're able to check that whole area underneath and keep an eye on it from up there.
Yeah, and I mean, as you heard in the background, Amplify is getting the hatches open for Kettering, which is, you know, massive lines of sight compared to last game where last time they attacked this, where he just rushed in and died. As you can see,
absolutely, and Bucka is going to find another one
nade
for
coming
Kettering.
in.
Curios will go down. And Checkers will find the first blood for Trine now. Derp is going to fall.
Bucka going to find the refrag.
Yeah, Bucka finds another. Schlaxen will go down. Illusions will find one on Zeox. That's going to be another one for Kettering. Checkers left all on his own. Tough round to fight, but doing a great job so far. Finds one, can't find the other. Amplify will find a round for Kettering here. And Kettering refuses to be shut out at the very least. Finding a round in round 4. 3-1 now. Headed in to round 5.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think Kettering is locked in a bit better. They are starting to think more on the utility than the fragging meta.
Yep.
They definitely need that, especially since, you know, Trine, they have so many lines of sight and, you know, they have solid strats. So they're going to be able to get these frags. They're not, you know, worried about the fragging meta that Kettering is, you know, throwing at them.
Absolutely.
We do see a pretty standard layout for operators coming in. You know, we have the cap can on Schlack, so that's a trap up that Kettering can have to deal with.
We do see Bandit this time around.
Yeah, and I think that's mainly due to the Kite ban.
Yeah. We've seen Bandit once or twice, I think, but not frequently picked.
But, I mean, honestly, that shouldn't be too much of an issue just because they do have the Zofia and the Ashe, which can both go below and just blow up the bandit charge from below. We don't have, it appears we do not have any shields. So generally on this, you have one shield on the Frost actually. Generally on this site, you do want to bring a couple shields, and shields have been, you know, big in meta recently just because of how much control you can hold just with a shield.
Right.
But I mean, Squirrely going to be having that shield still in his pocket, not placing it yet. Wonder what he's specifically doing with it.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Finally going down in attic where default shield would go. Looks like Kettering going to be going for a master side take. Pretty standard. We have Derp likely going up to big window here. Yep. And I mean, they're just going to do this same kind of take that they did last time.
Yep.
And hopefully be able to hold the post plant. You know, there's the Ashe charges from below, taking out the bandit batteries. One appears to still be on there, but they should be able to get it open. And actually, Amplify gets taken down into a frost mat, I believe.
Gets downed right away, and that's the diffuser down as well. A tragic situation for Kettering here, and they need this,
They need him up, otherwise they're not able to get the breach, but you can see Capcan below, possibly going for a Nitrous for a double kill. Just does not blow it in
quite
time.
Going to get it up in time. Schlaxen unable to get away with it, but
attackers recovered the diffuser.
Kettering will be able to recover the diffuser, set themselves up to still be in this round. As we see Kyrios
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering what the delay on that Nitro Cell was from Schlaxen, because, you know, he had a free double kill there if he just blew it.
Yeah, interesting decision there not to blow it as soon as he did. Maybe didn't have it up there fast enough, couldn't get the right angle, but unfortunately not going to grab that one for his team. And here we see Schlaxen watching an angle where there's 3 people from Kettering and he just doesn't know it.
Yeah, but I mean, we see, you know, Trine, actually Bucka taking out Squirrely. That's a massive pick.
Yeah.
But if you look, Bucka, Amplify, and Prisma are very low HP. Derp and Illusion being the only full HP operators for Kettering, and while there's 4 on Trine. So Trine is actually winning in health advantage.
Yeah, right now if you combined Bucka, Amplify, and Prisma's health,
they still would be about 75.
I'd say you're still plugged into life support with that, yeah. So hoping they can find something here.
I mean, they have this breach open, but Jaeger's going to just peek. He's not going to get the pick. Everyone just kind of holding pretty passive angles, waiting for Kettering to peek into them, especially with as low HP as they are. Checker's going to find one, and he's actually going to get picked.
Checkers and Schlaxen both finding one. Prisma will find another. Zeox and Schlaxen going to find one as well. Schlaxen's finally going to get shut down. It's a 2v1. Illusion at full health against Kyrios and Zeox. Tough round here for Illusion, but
Illusion going to be hunting for the 2 kills. And
can't even find the first one. Zeox is going to take another round. 4-1 after the first half here. They're going to switch sides now. And
I believe there's one
more before we switch sides. Sorry about that. And Trine up 4-1 headed into this one.
Yeah, I mean, this is, you know, must feel amazing for Trine going into this. Already 4-1, winning, you know, all 3 objectives already. And then now getting to go back to an objective they already won, which is Laundry and Basement. And you know, this is something that they're pretty comfortable with. They don't have the smoke this time. They ended up switching the smoke for a Warden, I believe, with the Warden. Yep, and the Warden has the shield. So they did end up switching and dropping the smoke, but they still have, you know, a pretty significant advantage with, you know, having the T-Bird, the Thunderbird on Checkers, which he's been having an amazing game, you know, 6-3 already, and you know, he can heal his teammates.
Yeah, at this point, if I'm Kettering's coach, I'm going to have a word with him about going back to some of those unique picks they were picking on that first map, because they just seemed like they were having better luck while having that fun that they were. Kavierov being 2, 3, 4 kills on some of those rounds that Bucka played that, and, you know, playing these more serious, straightforward, closer to meta comps is what may be causing issues for Kettering.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It's this is basically meta what they're doing, and it just feels like, you know, Trine is able to perfectly predict what they're gonna do. You know, on that first map Border, there was a lot less predictability because they, you know, kind of did off meta strats, and they, you know, it wasn't really normal. Especially running like Cav and different things like that, which we might still see on defense for Kettering, but at this point, I don't know how many rounds of defense they'll actually end up getting.
Yeah, some spray coming through the walls there. Not going to find anybody, but some positioning may have been noted as we switch to spectating here for hopefully some fight to break out. 2 minutes to go on this round. And Kyrios, Check, Zeox all anchoring very close to that bomb.
Yeah, I mean, this game has been mainly, you know, a lot of trades happening in the last few seconds of the game, and that's simply because Kettering pushes roam clears significantly, you know, really hard, and that's why Trine is not even attempting to roam against them. They don't want to lose pointless frags to, you know, roaming. So what Trine's doing, they're doing a bunker on site, and they're just going to keep playing as close to site as possible and just hold angles and hold refrags. We have a nade coming out right here. It's going to go pretty deep and actually does hit Checkers.
Checkers walking away about half health. We're going to see the Thunderbird stations come out. Thunderbird, one of the ones that I play quite often. The spear is a very strong weapon, as Derp is actually going to go down.
Yeah, Schlack's gonna get a nice kill on Derp. That hurts for Kettering. You know, losing one of your better players, and then also losing the nade potential. Bucka gonna get a kill onto Checkers, looking for another. He knows where someone is, but that player is not peeking. You know, they droned him out pretty significantly, and he's just, you know, hiding in that corner, doing what they, you know, have been wanting to do and just bunker against this team.
Yeah, this has been very aggressive so far as Amplify falls as well. A 3v4 now. Kettering with the disadvantage. Somebody's sitting directly inside of a proximity alarm as Squirrely is going to find another illusion will fall. Bucka not feeling great after that fight, but Prismo will find Kyrios.
Doesn't grab Diffuser. They know they just have to go for the kills here.
And another round. Bucka will go down with 5 seconds to go. There's nothing Prismo can do. Squirrely, I'm sorry, Schlack's will find that last kill, and that's another round to Trine. Yeah. 5-1. Switching sides here. Incredible.
Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, exceptional. If you're Trine's coach, you know, you're obviously loving how you're playing. 5-1 already, putting Kettering, you know, way on their heels. They don't really know what to do. They're going to have to do some, you know, really crazy strats to bring it back up. You know, they have 5 rounds to catch back up.
Yeah, Kettering really has to bring their, not just their A game at this point. You're past the point of needing to bring your A game. You're past the point of bringing your A game with your A team. You now need to bring your A game with your A team with, I mean, I don't know. Everybody needs to drink some G Fuel before they come.
Right.
Like, it's really got to be top of the line if you want to turn this game around at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking great for Kettering, but they do have defense now, so we'll see what they can do. It is likely that they're going to win a couple defense rounds because, you know, this map is very defender-sided, unlike, you know, Border, for example, where Kettering won a lot of the attacks.
10 seconds remaining.
And, I mean, coming into this, we have a pretty standard layout for Trine. You know, we have, you know, Hard Breach, we have the Thatcher, and then a couple Fragger Ops, and then, obviously, the support from the Dokkaebi. And then same on Kettering. It's pretty standard operators.
Yeah, Trine, just for those of you who aren't super familiar with these scores here, Trine is up 2-1 right now. I'm sorry, 1-1 in the maps. 2-1 would be the winning score for whichever team. 5-1 in the round. So Trine with a pretty significant lead in terms of this last map.
Yeah, I mean,
they did get the upper hand, so it could be. There is a redeeming factor here, and as I say that, Amplify is going to lose about half of his health.
Yeah, he's going to be playing a pretty aggressive angle with his shield, using his Wamidus to burn any nades that come at him.
Yeah, and we're going to see the Dokkaebi Logic Bomb is going to come out.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is those Wamais are also going to catch any ace charges that are thrown.
Amplify will find first blood of this one. Will bring down Kyrios.
Yeah, that's solid for Kettering. They need to keep holding this. Now, round favors looking Kettering advantage because they lost the EMPs on Kyrios. And then also all the Dokkaebi calls. She did not get a single call off before she died.
Yeah, been a difficult round here for Kettering. Has been a difficult match so far. I have to say, I think Kettering showed up with their entire A team and thought this would be a walk in the park.
No, definitely, especially, you know, coming into the second game and basically throwing and giving away the first couple rounds,
right,
just because they thought it would be maybe fun, enjoyable.
And the first map, while they did win it, they, you know, the jest may have been too much for their mental, as they didn't ban anything. You know, we didn't have op bans on accident in terms of the program organized, but as soon as we load in, there's complaints from both teams about, hey, where's op bans, and we get in and they don't ban anyone anyways.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, coming into this with a lot of confidence, and you can see that confidence dwindling.
And
you
as
know,
we're talking about it, Checkers is going to bring down Derp. Seox will find Amplify. Bucka will find one by bringing down Squarely, but, I mean, Kettering 3v3 here. They've just got to defend for 35 more seconds. At this point, Kettering, 30 seconds and counting. They don't have much longer they have to defend.
I mean, it's still looking very solid for Kettering, as, you know, these Trine players are not yet into the site, and they have to plant or find the 3 kills for Kettering. But Kettering is bunkering pretty well. Bucka going to be playing below, possibly for a nitro cell if they go for a default plant.
10 seconds, 9, 7.
Yeah, here goes
and
Bucka.
Schlaxen will bring down Prismo. Illusion will fall. Bucka is the last man standing. Checkers and Schlaxen have to kill him, and that's going to be another round for Kettering. Kettering going to finally break that rule of 1 that they've had, and now they're 5-2 headed into this 8th round. Kettering having a tough time, but they're not out of it yet.
Lovely round from Kettering there.
As
and there it is.
There's my echo.
It's finally happened.
The circle is complete. That's all of my favorite operators have now been picked today. I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's everything, and that's defense, so they can't change it. So I'm not getting baited. So if you did see the stream,
they might team kill him.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defended by
that would
attackers.
be heartbreaking if they did that. Although I'll be honest with you, I don't know that Kettering is in a position.
No, they're definitely not.
Not in a position where maybe map 1 they would have been able to take that kind of liability on their hands, but in a 5-2 situation, that would not be what they're looking for. And here we go, Bucka, back on what I was talking about earlier. Bucka taking these aggressive positions with these lesser picked characters. I don't know if that was who that was directed for, but Bucka did just say "yeah" in chat. So,
I mean, I think that was towards you. He was just
surely.
It happened to be.
But yeah, taking these aggressive positions with somebody like Echo, there's so much playmaking potential with a stun and a push, and he's got the shotgun. Personally, I don't carry the shotgun, but maybe I can take a note or 2 from here.
Yeah, I think that's.
I'll take some notes from Bucka and I'll try out for the team next semester.
Okay, that sounds good.
No?
We do see Zeox on the Capital, possibly going for, I mean, he has good firebolts, likely going for maybe a blue push. It does appear that most of the attackers are pushing into a small garage currently.
Yeah, and this is one of those things about casting that's so weird, is you see both sides. So right now, I know that if Amplify just shot, he gets a kill.
He gets a kill, right.
But Amplify doesn't know that, and that's one of the really fascinating parts about seeing these lines. And in that moment, Schlaxen will actually bring down Amplify. Derp will turn it around, bring down Kyrios. It's going to be a 4v4 now. 5-2 for Trine's favor in the round, but 4v4 for this round. Some trades being taken and trading fire. Derp getting shot at, going to switch guns, turns around. Very low here, not in a great position. I'm surprised they didn't push with that flash, and it's not enough. Derp is going to bring down Squirrely. Checkers will finally finish off Derp, but not before Derp is able to find one for the team. It's a 3v3 now. As Squirrely went down, and it's,
Yeah, I mean, the biggest concern pushing into this for Trine is that, you still have Bucka on the Echo. So, like, if they try to do what they typically do, which is, like, a late push and then try to go for a plant in the last few seconds, they're not going to be able to plant because the Bucka on that Echo will deny it.
And unless they found Echo with a drone, they don't know that he's on Echo. They're still, keeping an eye out for what they may be expecting from him. Maybe it's a rook, maybe it's whatever it is.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye out for that opposite play. And here's Bucka. Look at this angle. If they decide to try and clear hatch, he's waiting for them.
With a shotgun, nonetheless.
With a shotgun, nonetheless. And, I'm sure there's a stun nearby covering his back, maybe set up for his team. The intel you get from Echo is unmatched. A ceiling perspective is not something you can get from everywhere, as well as that stun being enormous for the team. So, Zeox rotating around one of the hatches. It's not the one that Bucka is at, but...
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Trine's going to be trying to push into A-site for a plant, but, rotating out now with Illusion using a lot of his fire. And they dropped Electric Hatch.
2 of them dropping. Illusion probably going to calm that. They're going to light up Checkers. It's not quite enough. They're going to take some damage, but it's still a 3v3. That's Chanka. Firebomb is out. Prismo is going to bring down Schlaxen. Prismo and Illusion will both fall. Zeox and Checkers finding one. Zeox is going to find another, and that's another round for Trine. Trine is walking away. 6-2 right now.
Match point.
This is match point for Trine. Last time they did this, I'm having deja vu right now from last match. It was 6-2, and they turned it around. It became 6-3, and then Trine just walked away with it. So
I mean, that round, it's so tragic for Kettering, you know, with having so much plant denial. You have the Tachanka with all the fire bombs, and then you have the Echo with 2 Echo drones. It seems like a round you are supposed to win, you're going to win, and then it's just all thrown away with a quick rush.
And then it's just not in your. And that's the thing about R6 is it can flip so easily with these. A lot of tactical shooters like CS:GO and Valorant, that one-shot headshot is really something that's really big, and it can change the fight in a moment. You can be at 5 health, and if you hit that one tap just that much quicker. In a game like this, you can turn a 1v3 into a 1v0 all of a sudden. You have that potential to play make so easily based on that raw mechanical skill. And that's what these players have so much of, is you see these people aiming and they're watching 6 different angles at once. You don't even know it. Because I make that argument a lot with a lot of my family is relatively old and doesn't really see esports as a whole thing, and you try to explain that, you know, there's a lot more mental exercise that goes into this, and I think that at this level of play, you know, right now he's watching that one door with the actual marker, right? But he has 5 other things going on in his mind at what he's looking for, and that's what we expect from this high level of play. And no matter who walks away from this match, this has been a fantastic set of games between Kettering and Trine today.
And I mean, some additional things. I don't know if you've ever been into, you know, a voice call when these games are happening.
Right.
It is so much communication. It's so much, you know, intel that's happening all at once that it's very hard to even hear sound of the game. So you have so much, you know,
there's so much input going on at once.
Exactly.
Into the brain. There's what you're seeing and inputting. There's what you're saying and hearing, and all of that going on at once. It makes this a really fascinating thing, and so I'm glad the rest of you are here to join us for that today, because no matter who walks away from this match, we still have Rocket League, Valorant, Overwatch ahead of us today. So we look forward to that. Squirrely will find the first blood of this round. Illusion will fall. It's a 5v4 for Trine now. They're looking for another. Schlaxen and Zeox took a little bit of damage in that fight, as did Bucka, but Bucka back on a more traditional pick than Echo here.
Yeah, I mean, Trine is pretty spread out right now. It's kind of unpredictable about where they're going to try to take. They have meeting control, but they likely, I mean, I guess they're going for a meeting plant. You know, they're going to try to get meeting wall open, but, I mean, they have yet to clear Bucka, and Bucka's just going to hold above and be able to spray down on top of them if, you know, they don't end up clearing him.
And that's going to be another one for Trine. Schlaxen is going to bring down Bucka, and now Derp, Amplify, and Prismo are left in a 3v5. This is not looking good for Kettering. Kettering was the favored team coming into this, even though they came from the losers bracket. They were expected to have the upper hand, and here they are, 6-2, caught with their pants down essentially. Derp, Amplify, and Prismo looking to turn something around here, but Amplify he'll find 1, he'll find 2. He's going to find himself a 3rd. Amplify is on fire right now. Finding 3, and it's absolutely going to turn the tide of this round. Schlaxen and Zeox were the only 2 injured, and Amplify single-handedly, without taking any damage, has evened the playing field to his favor. Schlaxen will bring one down, leveling it to a 2v2 here, but Amplify not going down without a fight by all means. Sees that going off there. He's going to turn around, but not going to be there fast enough. Derp is going to get one down. I'm sorry, Derp is going to get brought down by Zeox, and Amplify is left in a 1v2. This is the most tense thing Amplify has been in the last 6 months, if I had to guess. Amplify, absolutely in a 1v2, has found the first 3. He's found himself a 4. He's looking for the 5th. Amplify would not only clutch the round to keep Kettering in the finals, but if they can hold on to this and Amplify can find this kill, it's an ace, and he's going to find it! Amplify with an ace that brings all 5 and clutches the round to keep Kettering in this for one more round so they can keep fighting. Incredible.
Yeah, that was an amazing performance by Amplify. I mean, 3 of them just walked through a doorway and he just sprayed them all down, but those last 2 kills were definitely impressive.
And that's that mechanical skill, headshot after headshot after headshot, able to just find those kills, turn a fight, and turn the tides of a match like no other. Incredible.
That is also the first ace of today.
That is the first ace I've seen, I think, of any of our, was there aces in the other matches?
I mean, we didn't stream.
We didn't stream them, so we're not totally sure. But regardless, first ace of the grand finals, Congratulations, Amplify. No matter the turnout, that was amazing. That's on the highlight reel.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
goes on.
that round, that ace was the only thing keeping them from staying in the tournament. You know, they could have been knocked out right there, lost everything, but Amplify was able to get that ace.
Single-handedly keeps their entire team in this round. So Amplify, and you know, you never know what to expect. Amplify would have prior to that round been 4-7, and so you look at that KD and you think that's not that great. And Amplify turns it around and goes, well, now I'm 9-7. I'm positive on the day because I'm an absolute monster. I mean, that was unlike anything I've seen. Finding 3 and turning it into a whole ace like that was beyond me.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely super impressive coming from Amplify, and I mean, I feel like that site going into it was a harder site to attack for Trine just because they weren't expecting it. You know, that's not that's not the 2 traditional sites you see. So Trine was kind of miscoordinated, and you know, they ran straight into Amplify's crosshairs.
Caught looking the other direction, and they were able to find it.
But I mean, coming into this round, we see, you know, Amplify playing the 1.5 on the Wamai, and then a pretty standard site setup for upstairs. As far as downstairs, it looks like they're going to be going for attack. They're going for a standard, you know, I can't even tell where they're going to try to breach with this. I'm assuming they're going to go for closet like they normally do.
Yeah, Trine, despite the outstanding performance from Amplify last round, he'll actually be the first to go down here. Ziox finding first blood of the match, shutting down the ace from last round. And despite that fantastic showing, Kettering still in a tough position here. 6-3 on the round. This is still match point. Trine still has Kettering under their thumb a little bit. It's a little difficult to play when you have this kind of tough round set up for you. And that frag grenade not quite going to find it. Schlaxen's going to find another kill for Trine. Bucka going to go down. It's up to Derp, Illusion, and Prismo now. And we're going to see Derp. He's going to take some shots. He's going to fire back. Can't quite find it. Schlax and Ziox both lit up here. All it takes is one from you, Derp. Turn this one around for your team. Not quite able to find it. Going to take a second to reload.
Singular ADS has caught already 2 nades saving Derp.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Trine in this position, they're up 2 players. They're coming in, and, you know, Amplify's already out. Bucka's already out. There's not much that Kettering can do in this situation besides bunker down and just try to get a pick.
Absolutely, and it seems like from that first map when Trine was not getting full use of their drones, it felt like they've now turned it into getting the most out of all of their drones. And here we are watching Derp going to get in a fight. Derp's going to go down. Ziox has found himself 2 this round, looking to find a 3rd. As Squirrely finds Prismo, it's going to be all up to Illusion here, and Chex is going to bring down the last one, and that is going to be the match for Trine. Trine is going to upset what the well, they bring they were the winners of the winners bracket, and now they bring home the victory for themselves. Trine going to be the first winner of the grand finals for our R6.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, definitely unexpected coming in today. Even though Kettering was in the loser bracket and beat by Trine once, we did assume that they were going to outperform Trine simply just on league ranking. But at the same time, you know, today was a rematch for them, and this was their redemption, and, you know, they just didn't pull it off.
Yeah, that was, all in all, a fantastic game from both teams. GG's, thank you for coming to this event. That was a fantastic showcase by all means. Incredible. Congratulations, Trine. Congratulations to Kettering for a fantastic showcase. Amplify, put that one in the highlight reel, man. That was incredible.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So that is all I have for R6. I know we're a little behind schedule. We had a late start, and the matches went a little longer than expected. We're a little behind schedule right now, but that being said, that's all I have for R6. Do you have anything else?
No, I mean, that was an amazing show-off, and, I mean, it was good.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, Trine.
Congratulations, Trine, indeed. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back shortly.